So congratulations. Last session you frickin' started a civil war. Well, not a civil war, a country to country war. And scrap. You hear a message.
Yes.
You hear a message. You hear a message like Shadow Force this is Shadow. Sorry, Shadow Force is Shadow One. Come in.
Shadow 1.
Yes, we've. Yes, we've. Yes, I guess some news report. This as rep- as stated earlier, the fights we're keeping the fights even so that the armies will bring out their resources. However, we found Killen's mansion.
Oh, have you?
Like the trick is, there's a bunch of guards. The trick is, there's a bunch of guards. It's also one of the most notorious guard mansions in the world, so it's going to be very tricky to get in. And I also heard a rumor that a boat is headed this way, with one lone passenger wielding a serrated sword. So
Um, Definitely some interesting news. Hmm.
I could take a separate team and break in, but it's going to be very tricky.
How many do you think you would need to bring?
But currently only have 3 players. We, like I say, have three, maybe four, maybe four if it gets rough.
I'm going to take a pause for a minute. How important? This person is very important. Quick out of sessions. I was being talked to by someone. How important is this person?
That's the leader of the. That's the leader of freaking the dark.
Of the resistance?
No, the dark camp. Okay,
Oh, the leader of the.
Ki-
Oh, the Dark Ants. Yeah. My bad.
yeah.
Hmm.
But the resistance try to take the mansion. The resistance does take the mansion. The king's men try to take the mansion, and obviously from a description, uh, Winston tried to send one of his Death Knights to take the mansion all for himself because of all the let's just say interesting equipment inside.
You need to secure all that equipment.
Shadow 4. I'm authorizing the use of of all the personnel you need. This is going to be a big risk, but if this is a successful one, many great benefits will happen with the shadows.
Uh,
I am commencing Operation Nightwing.
all right, we'll start at night then. Like by the shadows protect you, and then
Shadows protect you.
so what's everyone else doing before we start? And no, I didn't make a map for this, and there's a reason why, because obviously you're not there, but the shadows is.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I've been thinking about this. All like should I make a map? Like, nah. Because if it goes successfully, we won't be able to fight to get into a map.
Besides that, I'm probably going to look for 2 more additional. I'm going to scout 2 more people, see if they are candidates for our program. That's about it for me until this operation is done.
All right. One of them's actually aboard.
Was that supposed to be a D2? Because I was only recruiting 2.
Yeah, but there's no D2.
Is there?
Yeah, he's
You
using
can-
that. Yeah. /RD2.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you group both of them then.
Perfect. I'm just gonna think about my perfect. I don't have to kill anyone this time. All right. Welcome these two new shadows. What were they? I know they're yearmen, but what were their other professions?
You have a merchant. You already have a merchant and you already have a merchant, a brogue, and a cleric,
Mm-hmm.
and a teacher as well as a dock worker. Let me think. And it can't be.
I
And it can't be high ranking like the King's Guards or military or the Paladins. Well, obviously not the Paladin.
I could probably go
Hmm.
with another dock worker or another merchant.
I say another dock worker and a traveling bard.
Ooh. Alrighty, they have been added. Yes, I am up to 8 agents.
All right, what's everyone else doing before we kick off the chaos?
And our plan is we're going somewhere special, right? We're going
Uh,
to infiltrate this place, correct?
unless you're physically going somewhere special.
Well, are we going to go to the mansion to secure the loot?
If you're flying off the dimension, then I have to pull up a map for you real quick. I thought the show's
Because
going.
I mean, the thing is, this thing sounds pretty important for
Uh,
what it is. You really
actually,
want to trust NPCs to it?
yeah. I'm gonna meet with William and say, William, I got some news I think you'd like to hear.
Yes.
The Shadows has found our target, the leader of the
Which one?
Black Hand. They have
Mansion.
found
You already have the lead of the Black Hand.
Yeah, we got a mansion.
our mansion. We have found him, heavily guarded. Intel also suggests that there is going to be ×1 VIP with a serrated blade. It's going to be traveling by boat there. There are going to be 4 shadows in total going to be in this operation. Though I do like to at least bring this to your attention, as this is something of high value mission with a lot of potential gain, but also some loss too, if we're not careful.
We might be able to do something. Where is this mansion? Where is this mansion located physically?
I will pull out a map and I will point out the area where the shadows have told me. It's going to be here, sir.
Doc got near the coast, far coast of the Gold Shower Kingdom.
Wait, it's on the water?
No, not on the water. I meant
Is it by the water though?
by the water. Yeah.
Yes, they are having ×1 important VIP. It's only a rumor, but a very important person who has a serrated blade.
Well,
So it could
we
be
might be able to. Well, we might actually be able to get in there. Come with me.
I'll follow.
I'll take him to my personal, external workshop at the castle. Probably somewhere around here where I keep my vehicles. You'll see that his 2 vehicles are, they're interesting. Looks like they're boat hulls, while also being vehicles, while being land vehicles. Modified. Yeah, I'll just go over to the modified them so they can operate in aquatic environments pretty much as well as they can on the ground.
This is very interesting. I'm guessing they are also somewhat stealthy on their approach.
Well, if I put a couple of special, there's a magical thing I can put on them to make them completely silent.
That would be nice, as this mansion is heavily guarded after all.
But my thoughts is we use this, and I'll kind of bang on the steam wagon. We use this as more of a deployment offshore, and then we slip in with this, and he'll go over to his thunder cycle, and you see off in the corner there's a sidecar, and the thing also has been modified for operation in water. We get a little wet, but we should be able to get in silently and at high speed.
Well, if you think this will be a good test run for your vehicle, I can let the shadows know of us two joining. I don't know if you want to get Jim Pan involved. I believe she would
Who's
like
Jim
to.
Pan? Who's Jim Pan?
Or not Jim. I'm trying to think of her name. Fuck it.
North.
No. Oh, is it North?
North.
But if we get North, then maybe she would want to join as well.
It would be good to have some additional magical knowledge on hand.
Well, you can go ask her. I must go tell the shadows of the plan.
Half of it.
You will be having
Half of
We'll
it.
be having some with us.
Yeah.
I'll go find North.
I'm gonna head off and let the shadows know of the update on the operation. And say, Shadow 4, this is Shadow 1.
Shadow One, come in, and thank God I have OM map still. That's pretty much perfect for this situation. Go ahead, but yeah, go ahead.
So I'll go ahead and try and find North, and I'll just go, North, are you up for a heist?
Sure.
Rare magical items. Gold should be fun. But the question is, how are you with water?
I can avoid it.
We'll be having to infiltrate via aquatic, but my vehicles should keep us mostly dry. You won't need to swim, so don't worry about that. We'll put you in the sidecar.
Now I'm trying to picture North in a sidecar, just chilling out.
Yeah,
but
I will. Machine gun sitting in front of her. Because I'll probably have one of the prototypes on there.
Oh boy.
Be advised, Shadow 4. We'll also be having some additional backup. Me, William, and North will be joining in this operation, as this is one of the most major operations and first ever major one that could be big rewards not only for the shadows but for the Gearman ideology in tow as well. Stand by and we will give warrants on where to meet, and the operation is still a go. You will meet us at these coordinates. We will be infiltrating on shore, moving in towards the mansion. I will brief you on the rest when we are there. Shadow 1 out. I'm just gonna Nicole and get ready. I'm gonna go back to Will and be like, I have told them where to go. They'll be waiting for us.
And we have our third. All I'm gonna need to do is modify my steam wagon for someone else to operate it.
Could have one of the shadows operated. They could be offhand.
Yeah, we can get them piloting goggles easily enough so they can operate it. I've just got to make sure that it's set for somebody else to use it. I'll probably drop the lasting maintenance since we're not going to be doing much.
Exactly. Alright, we will.
So, okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, during one of the maintenance, basically the idea is we'll be deployed via... We will be deployed via ship going nearby, and we'll use my steam wagon to get close. And one of the 3 magical item slots in both of my vehicles will be taken up by... basically, I'll put the money down to make... I think it's like a level 1 spell magic item.
Water.
Technically, it's a slotted one. I've got to double check creation of magic items, what they call it.
Look at this sandwich, yes.
Sorry.
Here we go.
And my tea.
Here we go. Okay,
so needle.
Yeah, it's it'll be probably command. It'll probably be it'll be continuous. So that makes sense. Spell level, caster level 1, I believe.
I usually take it in the afternoon.
And where is it? I've got to find that spell. It's one of the special spells for Steam rights. I can find the damn list of spells.
I'll get it later. Don't worry.
Oh, there it is. So it's going to be, I believe it's called Silent Running.
I'll be back.
Silent Running. Yes, it's a 1-1. 10 minutes per level. And then there's a multiplier.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, yep. So yeah, it's going to cost me the base price for this would be 3,000 gold. I can make one for 1,500 a pop. So it'll take me a few days. So Ty, if I remember right, I think it's 1,000 gold a day. I can get it for 2,000. So I could build this in 2 days if I rush it, and I've got more than enough DC to do it.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to spend 3,000 gold on 2 of those. So under gear, I should have more than enough. Yeah, I've got 2,400 gold in reserve right now. So this is going to be, what was it? I'll call them Charm. And it's going to be, and they are, so get me down to, so it's 3,000 gold for both of them, so, haha, victory is mine. So yeah, so, you see my guy put this weird charm by the engine, and suddenly the fairly noisy steam engine just there's no noise now. You see it moving, but there's no noise on both of these vehicles. It's kind of eerie.
This is nice. This will make our approach a lot more stealthier and less noticeable, which is always good.
One vehicle up to huge size. Oh, yeah. In fact, one vehicle up to huge size. But you got to double check vehicle sizes. I believe, yes, my wagon's only a huge, so we can get away with it. Can't get much bigger than that, though. Yeah, it's a huge one. I can't put it on the I can't put it on the gargantuans, unfortunately, but that's whatever. Yeah, so yeah, the vehicle. So yeah, so in the back, it's kind of tightly fit because we don't have the secondary transport. But so I'm guessing we get out there and then they just lower the wagon into the water like they would a rowboat.
Yeah.
And then in the back, we got my other vehicle that we'll have to have a couple people manhandle it out. But we just work our way slowly to the coast in the dark of night.
As we're like in the ship, as we're like alone, I'll introduce you to the shadows that will be with us today. There will be a total of 4 shadows with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
It's going to be tight in this vehicle. It's going to be tight. But, my steam wagon should be able to handle it.
In that case, I guess
we've designated one shadow as the temporary driver for the steam wagon.
Yeah, I walk him through it. We either give him goggles, but basically his job is to keep it kind of at a location so we can get picked up quickly. So if I go under Thunder Scout, I've just got to double check how fast this thing is. Okay, I'm a 8th level, so that's 30 feet.
Discuss, I'll teleport you.
30 feet additional. We're not carrying a super heavy load, so we should be than other vehicles. Okay, so we're looking at 90 feet speed in the water for the well, the lighter vehicle, and the other vehicle is 40 feet. Is 70 feet. So these things are going to move really quick in the water. You guys ready for a jet ski? A quiet jet ski?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yep.
And for you make fun of me, cut. Yes, I know. I just realized that I used the same mansion twice, but
Oh, that's
no, what the
fine.
fuck is still a mansion?
Yeah.
It's just now you gotta see the upper floors as well, because I'm too lazy to actually
Yeah.
make the shadows.
I'm having flashbacks. Hmm.
But as you can see, when you approach the mansion, you see a mage a mage a mage where the dock would be,
Mhm.
with a couple of guards and 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 a freaking marksman marksman archer.
Mhm.
You see a couple of marksman archers here. That's 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 also patrolling around here, and you
Okay.
see a soldier walk around here as well. You'll note
Okay.
that all of them have. You'll note that according to Shadow 4, all of them have communication devices. So
Mm.
alert 1, you unlock them all.
Okay. So first things first, we're going to infiltrate via the water. So we're going to slowly work our way up onto the beach or whatever's available.
All right. Well, like I said, the
The
beach is about 20, about let's say not 20 yards, about 50, about 100 yards down this way.
all right, so yeah,
Okay.
over here you said. All right,
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll
get
slip
out
on.
of.
Yep. We'll slip onto the beach then and just kind of work our way slowly around at a distance and figure out where the weakest, where the best angle of attack is.
I'm gonna split up two
Mhm.
shadows. One's gonna scout one way. One's gonna scout the other way. The other shadow's gonna stay with us or with the group. Basically, order those two shadows. See if they could find any weakness, any weird thing with guard rotation.
All right. Roll me a freaking was it no, not investigation. I'm trying to think.
Perception.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Yep.
Just a standard D20 for these shadows, or
As either your own perception check roll or a standard D20, whatever you think is going to be higher.
Okay, so I'll first. Is it also dark right now?
Yes.
Okay, that actually helps me a little bit. So
yeah, I'll go with the shadows as well. I'm gonna also move and find any weaknesses in the defense.
Yep.
So we'll do my perception, which is plus this
I rolled a
8.
36.
I got a 31.
All right. You find out that when these two snipers aren't on this side, there's only one person that's usually half asleep.
Okay, good thing I got a paralyzer on me. Can I get within 60 feet without being noticed?
Stealth.
$20.
You sneak under the archers and walk up to the guy.
Wait, I can walk up to him.
Not walk. I mean sneak
Yeah.
and sneak to the
Alright,
guy.
he's half asleep.
Okay.
You can't exactly just walk up to him. These are low level assassins, but they're still assassins.
Yep. So, well, I'm going to hit him with a paralyzer, which is a nasty bit of work. Right, it's in this one. That's the induction beam. This will be the. It's this one, and we got to go back to my boy's Steam Right inventions. It's one of the other inventions. So I'm within 60 feet. I'm assuming it doesn't make much noise when firing, so it's stealthy enough. So. Okay, so I've got to do a versus touch AC, so I'm assuming that this is going to be a really easy shot because he's not paying it because he's asleep and barely moving.
Well, unless you fuck up royally, I'm pretty sure anything over a 12 would.
Yeah, I
I'm about
hit.
to say anything over a
Okay, he needs to
11
make a
would do it,
fort
but
save.
yeah. Obviously, he felt the save.
Okay, got it. So that'll just walk up behind him. I'll pull out one of my scalpels and, well, severing the medulla oblongata on the back of his head, killing him instantly.
Damn.
I'm a
Actually, this
surgeon.
is the first time I've heard in my games that someone did a coup de grace.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm walking up and I'm literally severing it, so there's very little blood, and he's just dead.
Clyde just goes full limp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make it,
boy.
and I'll make it look like he's still asleep.
All right, so this side is taken care of. Obviously, there's windows all over this mansion.
Yeah.
And he knows I didn't get time to put him yet. A big, like, super heavyweights, like Brock Lesnar type guard in the front door.
Is anyone watching him?
He doesn't need watching. You almost tell that he's the leader of the guards and takes care of himself.
Well, I guess I'll sneak into a position within 60 feet, and I'm going to paralyze him.
I'm gonna warn you, Seawall. He's a lot more high rank than the guard, so you're gonna need a lot. So
I could try to work.
Uh,
See what we could do.
Yes.
See what is try to take out. Like as soon as these archers move back to here, we could try to stealthily try to move and try to get them. Because I think we save that big dude for later. We don't want him to get him now. Like
Okay.
that could be nice, but it's much better to try to eliminate some of these lower weight dudes.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
That
So
can be
I
done.
say,
all right. Well,
Sorry, so you just go
5 minutes later, the archer's going to move to their position. Let me see if they knows the
Yep.
their
Well, also during
their
that
code
time,
is dead.
we'll quietly move my vehicle in, and kind of find a place to hide it, throw a tarp over it or something. So we got a quick exit through this facility.
All right.
So
All right. Okay. Good news and bad news. One of them doesn't knows and is looking out. Bad news. The other one is climbing down because he suspects something's wrong with his coworker.
so one of them has moved on, but one's coming down.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Is anyone
Right.
observing him? Is anyone observing him?
That's the thing. When they moved over here,
Mhm.
one of them knows that his coworker is not exactly in the right state of mind, even his half sleep, and he's slowly going to climb down.
Okay. We'll have to kill them quickly while they're not
Got any-
paying attention.
Got any suppressed weaponry?
I gave you a masterwork suppressor a while ago, brother.
Oh yeah, I forgot. All right, I'm gonna.
Yep, I'll paralyze one. You kill the other. But
Which one do you want me to take?
Shot. I'll take the one that's closer, just because I only have 60 feet of range.
All right, I'll take care of the one that's still overlooking.
Yeah.
So with that, I will do a study target.
Yeah.
Which should be easy.
Well, also I'm assuming they're considered unaware as well. So that means that they lose their deck. So you've got to roll. You basically have to roll. So I would go for deadly aim as well.
Yeah, that's
just to max out your damage.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I already have. Because I get my sneak attack is a 3d6 after my level up.
Yep.
For damage, so. Alright, yeah, Ty, I'm gonna get ready to go after this dude while we'll go after this dude.
Yep.
So in terms of orders, which one's gonna get to their target first? I would say Seawall. You probably try to get this dude, and then I'll get the other one.
Yep. Range touch attack. Oof. Oof. I'm assuming that we can kind of house rule in with something like this if I confirm the crit. The DC is higher for him to deal with.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, versus his flat foot touch.
Yeah,
So,
obviously
so,
it hits.
Yeah. Okay, so he needs to make a fort save. Yep. So the fort save is. I see. It's a fort. So the fort save for me, I think it's my intelligence plus half my level, which he fails. So he is now paralyzed for a number of rounds equal to my level. Now we just got to make sure Scrap kills the other guy while I go on to this guy with a scalpel, the medulla oblongata.
Yeah, I'm just double checking that study target. So that's like an additional 5.
Yep.
God damn, I'll be rolling almost a 20. Hold on, let me double check the numbers. There's already 15 alone when I shoot.
Yep. Don't forget, you'll be getting a lot of additional damage from sneak attack.
Oh yeah, I'm doing to see if I can hit first.
Yeah, and vital strike and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Plus my deck. Yeah, it's a 20 because I already roll a 15 for my attack and plus my
Nice.
dex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know, because it's already included my dex. I'm including where was it? Study target gives me another +5, right?
I don't think so.
What is study?
Let me pull it up really quick. Let's see. So, a study target. +1 on weapon and attack rolls. Okay, in your case, because these are humanoids, it gives you an additional 3.
Touch. Alright, rolling.
Yeah, I think you hit.
26 to his AC.
Versus flat-foot touch.
That is definitely a hit.
So now time to roll all the fucking numbers.
Yeah. So you've got to roll, I think it's twice your weapon.
Twice your weapon.
Yeah. You need
So
to add an
2d12.
additional. Yeah, you need to add an additional. I believe it's. Let me check. Deadly aim, Pathfinder.
My 3d6 to my stealth attack.
Yeah. Also, technically speaking, deadly aim does reduce it a little bit. Okay. So we're beyond +8. So you have an additional 6 damage, but you're technically at a -3 to the attack. That's whatever. So additional 6 damage. You have your dex +1. So that's, I can't remember what your dex is.
My dex, I already get a +5 for my dex, so it's a +6 again.
Yeah, +6. That's +12 already. You get a +1 from the weapon itself. Then you do 2 of the weapon damage dice, which I can't remember what a musket is.
2d12.
Then, 2d12, and then with the Slayer at 9th level plus a 3d6 and sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Oof.
43 points of damage.
Is this guy even alive?
He was literally 3 points away from fatal. But yeah, obviously he's unconscious.
Yeah. So.
That's all I hear. It's just a.
Yep. So.
All right.
Nord, you want to continue contribute in the chaos?
I'll probably just make noise.
Yeah.
Oh, you're making noise. That's interesting. Which way are you making noise from?
Oh yeah, you can distract their attention. You can just summon creatures.
Yeah. Also, ghost voice, I think, is or ghost noise. There's a couple of different ones.
I can summon. I think I know what I want to. I can summon on something if you want to.
I think he's saying he can summon something if he wants to.
If you want me to do it.
See, well, you're kind of the leader of the mission, so
What
see.
what should he do, Seawall?
Hmm.
He gets summoned, so
Yeah, she's okay. Could you summon a creature that wouldn't be unusual in this environment?
Yeah, I see. Tiger.
Yeah, summon a tiger and just have it cause some trouble at the front of the place.
Or a lion or
Yeah.
grizzly
Big cat.
bear.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
whatever animal seems the most fitting for this environment, I go with that and just have it cause trouble at the entrance. And once it's injured, have it run off like an animal would.
so meanwhile, I'll just drop a line and
Tiger.
find a line from my library and drop it off because I'm pretty sure I have one.
Or a tiger or whatever.
What do I find first? So that's the bad thing about laying down because I can't actually see them until it pops up. But that's the guy standing entrance, as you can see. That's the reason I say it's going to be tricky because he's a guy in golem armor.
Interesting. We'll leave him be for now. So,
Hmm.
And there's a tiger.
yeah, nice. So,
well, while that momentum, I will
I'll-
let you know, Seawall, that both the other target is unconscious, but you need to
Yep.
also.
yep, it's not that hard, killing them easily enough. So I'll kill this guy, then I guess we'll work our way in and kill this guy. What's the status of this guy?
He's walking around He's walking around the gardens.
Okay, then he gets paralyzed. 15 versus flat-foot touch.
Again, the fact that he's unaware. Yeah, you attacked him.
Yep. Walk up, kill him again. We're just killing people.
Oh boy. Perception. Scrap, since you know this more than the other two do about about this garden.
All right. Let me make sure. Yep. A30.
This garden is host to several different herbs and spices specifically for poisoning.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Hmm. I will.
Secondary objective.
Yeah. For primary, take out all the guards.
Well, we're not going to try to take out all the guards. We're going to figure out. So we've got most of the run of the place, correct, at this point?
Well, this half, you still have the other half
Yeah.
plus the upstairs and downstairs wings,
Okay.
which
Well,
technically technically you have the staircase now. So which
Yeah.
wing you want to take care of first?
I'm going to want to go upstairs, make sure that that's been completely cleared out.
All right, yeah.
Um.
All right.
Uh.
Upstairs, I have one archer walking by, but it's a lot more, but it's a little bit more tougher than the archers you faced before.
I'll be with Seawall helping him out.
Yeah.
I'll also hide the body. Actually, these assassins, are they wearing anything in particular? Are they wearing like cloaks and stuff?
Actually, they're more like the the equivalent of business suits.
Business. Damn it. Not gonna work for what I was gonna do. Unless I can get someone that has. Can I at least have someone who has.
Yeah.
Oh, then we do. Fuck. It's gonna ruin it. I was gonna have one of my shadows try to impersonate him. But since they have business suits on.
Yeah.
Like obviously, the only one that's not wearing a business suit is the goal. It's a golem wearing guard at the front door.
This guy right here?
No, this
Oh,
one
that guy.
who's wearing he's wearing pretty much golem armor.
Uh. Yeah, I say for now, we're just gonna try to hide these bodies. We don't want to have people suspect what the hell's going on. If we have to hide some bodies, we will. So yeah, we'll hide all the four bodies that Seawall has just killed. And
All right, Seawall, want me a perception check?
Still dark?
Yeah.
31.
You hear that the guard the golem guard is summoning the maze to take care of this tiger.
Okay, we'll let him go through unopposed. So have the tiger run off. Have the tiger run off.
I cannot.
Oh.
Actually,
I can run it off. So have him run off.
yeah.
All right, and he runs off. But just in case you want him back, I'll give control through to Jim Pan real quick. While I decide your next move.
So, yeah. So this guy, like taser treatment.
Actually, I can't because I just dropped him. Whatever.
Taser treatment time, guys. Admiral's fort save. He fails unless he's got a pretty good modifier.
He has a +2 modifier, so I'm pretty sure he still fails.
Yeah. Because it's half my my it's a 19. It's a 19. He's down. So yeah, I'll once he's down, just another kill, another dead body.
Oh boy. And I'm going to say this right now. Damn you for doing this the thing to make sure you're not surprised by traps again, because this whole
I got to roll perception.
All right, well, go ahead then.
32.
This whole room was booby trapped.
Well, I can fix that. Let's see.
So if you haven't rolled that 32, you won't be able to get a chance to kill him because you're alert not only the guards, but you're taking some damage.
22 to try to disarm it.
You disarm the poison spikes.
Nice. So.
Also, Ty, as we're moving these four, now, the fifth body can stay up there, but all the dead bodies, we're also going to search them to see if they have any, either intel, orders, and also steal their equipment, because it must be valuable.
No intel, orders, purpose guard the mansion. These are personal bodyguards, aim like whose very job is to make sure that her and her mansion is safe. Because
Well,
obviously, if all
And
the
now
obviously, there's all the secrets inside.
5 of them are dead.
obviously they failed.
So I'm gonna do a deep deep check of everything up here, see if there's anything of value.
I will also be helping out with the deep check as well.
All right, all
So-
three of you roll a perception.
35.
Perception
21.
8.
All right, Killer, you find the booby trap, which but thankfully,
Standard check, hidden compartments, things of value.
all right, Killer, you find a $8 bill, a $2 bill. Like, William, you hit the jackpot. You actually found the recipe for last rites.
Oh, that's going into my little mass relocation unit, hanging off my belt. Anything else of
Last-
value? Magic.
Scrap. You've scrapped. You
Yeah.
find some You find some emeralds and pearls,
Alright, good value.
as well as the key to the basement.
Hey! I'm gonna just say, hey William, I'm just gonna hold this up. I think this is the key to the basement. I think we're set here.
Good.
What did you get?
I'll just show him a rolled up scroll, something of extreme value.
Want to do a quick glance and see?
Well, it's still rolled up. Or
Oh,
like-
yeah.
William, you also knows that it's one ingredient that's not of this earth, so maybe you might want to check the basement to see if it's down there.
Oh yeah. So, well,
Well, not
so,
of this
yeah,
earth, but no metal exists.
Yeah, so we'll figure out its properties and figure out a way to replicate it. So moving
identify it.
downstairs.
All right, so
Going to the basement.
downstairs you have pretty much a safe, but a very wide door, so it's almost impossible to get the drop on him.
Taser.
Like-
Taser.
He's about to say, hey, you know the password. Like, spin the wheel.
Taser.
Just enough. Damn it.
Have him roll. Have him roll his fort save.
at plus 5.
He'd beat it unless I've got some other advantage on it.
No, he's about to take a swing at you.
Okay. So we go to Plan B. Shoot him.
Alright, I'm getting ready to shoot him.
They're going down.
Meanwhile,
No,
at plus 8 for the sword. 14 versus AC.
Yeah.
Not 14. 1, 2, 3, 4,
22.
22 versus AC.
Yeah, my AC is only a 19, bro.
All right, take 4 points of damage. Bad news is he's also about to pull up a knife.
No. Here's my
Shoot
password.
him.
Here's my password. Suppress rifle. Bang.
Yeah.
Let's see if I hit him. Yeah, because it's D20 plus. Oh shit! Come on. 22.
Yeah.
That's just enough.
Yeah.
I was looking for 20
Well,
because
for
he's
touch.
he's an armor combatant.
No. Ty, you forget touch AC. It's always versus
Oh.
touch. Armor means nothing.
Oh
to
right,
guns
oh
at this
right.
range. Armor means nothing to these guns at this range.
Especially with how close I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Plus. Uh, should I use the hero point?
You can't reroll damage.
You can't remove damage, so 18 is 18.
Oh yeah, never mind. Okay, 18 points of damage.
Also, you've got another D12 in there, bro. Why are you forgetting the?
That was for sneak. Remember? That was the sneak.
No. Vital strike. Vital strike doesn't care. You're only firing once, right? Not a 4-round action.
I keep fucking forgetting that.
Yeah, roll another D12, bro.
God damn it! Shows you how much I deal with damage.
19.
All right, he's still standing.
Yeah.
Like, Nora, want to cause some damage without alluring the golem guard upstairs?
See if I can.
Also, remember it's a tight fit, so fireball's not exactly going to work this time.
Is he close to death?
Near close. Another good shot will knock him out. Of course, a major good shot will outright kill him, but
See, just add my character to a magic missile. Is that quiet spell?
Yep.
How many attacks do I have? I don't remember. It's 3.
Well, I think the magic missile you get several, but
Give me a second to. Five.
huh?
On. For the
Oh, magic
8 damage.
missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough to put him down.
Yep. So I'm gonna take a look at the safe. First things first, check for booby traps.
Damn it!
38.
You found that if you didn't you found the device that had the safe flood with lava, and you with it.
Mhm.
So now you have to disarm it, which
I'm gonna re-roll that.
yeah.
What? 2 in a row? Okay. Question. Regarding that. A question regarding that. What was the DC to disarm it?
The DC was 20, so I was about to say you passed by default.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So, I just take a bit longer than planned. It's like, dude, damn it, fucking thing sucked. You know,
What are you trying to do?
disarm
The lava
trap.
trap that's
Yeah.
made specifically to flood the room and everything inside, including you guys.
I could try to help.
I guess
20 by default. The disarming thing is 20, so he wins by default.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just took a bit longer than planned.
Alright.
Alright, you walk in the room and
Mhm.
Diamonds, gold, jewels all line up the place, as well as metal you never seen before.
22 to look for more traps. I don't trust this.
I'm also doing this.
You look up and you see a ceiling full of a ceiling full of spikes.
I got 32 also, as I'm looking as well, just in case there's any more.
Alright. Right, William, you look up, you see a ceiling full of spikes rain down on you. Scrap, you see below that is actually a second mechanism that the drop you off into lava in case the first trap failed.
Okay.
Just, I'm just
Disarming the
gonna look
first
at.
trap. Spike trap.
All right, that's enough.
Disarming the second trap.
That's definitely enough. And
I'm
and
just
and
gonna.
and DC for that was 25.
Okay. So
I'm just. I'm just gonna guys like me and Wilmore just about to enter. Like we know, he looks up, I look down. We just both look at you. Like they really love
Traps.
their traps.
Yep.
Traps.
Traps are disabled. So traps are disabled.
So yeah, you find Killed's fortune and the metal required for the last white shotgun.
Oh, slow. We're gonna load all that up. How many pounds of stuff is in here, roughly?
Oh boy. Let's see now. Gold, silver, jewels. I say about 20, 50 to 100 pounds total.
Okay. I just open up the mass circulation. Just chuck it in. We got plenty of room.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take all the equipment and everything from.
Oh yeah, obviously it's the best assassin equipment is down there as well.
Yep. So.
So
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
I gotta give you some magic weapons.
Oh yeah. And I pull out some blasting clay.
I'm gonna look at like.
Probably
What?
50 pounds of it.
I'm just gonna look at you like. Ah, I see now.
Yep. We're gonna blow this whole place up. I'm gonna use my engineering to find the structural strongest points of this. To put this blasting clay on to try to bring this whole building down.
Trying to again, I guess engineering since
Yeah.
might help.
I am the engineer.
If I could legally play it on YouTube right now, I would play the engineer clip from TF2
Yep. So. Place
because you
50
definitely solved the
pounds.
problem. You definitely solved the problem.
Yep,
I'm just gonna keep a look. I'm just still gonna keep a lookout. How is the says the tiger or the lion? They've done their job.
Yeah, yeah. They fought against the maze as the golem sits there and drinks the golem guard sits there and drinks coffee. And I assume that Dor says is you're done your job. You can retreat. He retreats.
Yeah, with that, I'll just keep I'll have some of the shadows help see while move all this shit that we just found. The more hands, the merrier.
No. I'm just loaded into this. It weighs I've got 750 pounds of storage, brah. I just pulled out 50 pounds of blasting clay.
All right, start putting in. Have my shadows. Just start fucking taking everything, and then I'm gonna go up to the garden and specifically make sure I have little sealed containers. I'm gonna start meticulously picking off some of the poison, the herbs, the spices, and especially if I can try to get some of this. Yeah, I'm getting the seeds as well.
Yeah.
So what do I need to do to get the spices and herbs along with the seeds?
I don't even know. Slave had the advantage since there's no one to watch you. But I'm trying. I think that's the best thing I could think of right now.
So like, what would it? Just like a D20 plus 15 or something?
Yeah.
26.
Alright, you find the specific herbs and spices you need, as well as the seeds for every tree in this garden.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun with these.
Yeah.
Right. Make sure we.
Is there a library in this place?
Yes, there is actually.
Library time.
We're stealing the books. We're stealing anything that isn't nailed down.
Given the fact that I assume you find the map by now, the library's here.
Looking for traps.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you go downstairs. You find this body right here.
A body.
Yes, a body.
Was this person dressed as? Like, what does he have for attire?
The same security, the same business suit outfit that the rest of the guards is wearing.
I can do a heal check on him, figure out how long he's been dead.
Medicine check.
Yep, heal check. 28.
He's alive. He's about to attack you right now.
That's why we killed
Slit in his throat. Slit in his throat with a scalpel.
Well, okay. You have to do an attack roll, saying that he's aware. That was literally his job to fake death, so if someone sneaks into that mansion, he could attack anyone. He could attack anyone by faking his death.
23.
That is enough.
Yeah, I just basically hold. We just hold him down while he bleeds.
I'm gonna.
Out. Yeah.
Damage, since obviously he's aware, so obviously he's not going to get snuck attack. Because literally that's his job to sneak attack others.
I used a scalpel across his throat, bro. He's bleeding out. He made the mistake of letting me get close.
Of which the second he realized, oh my god, I'm bleeding, he's going to do a quick kill check. So he heals himself for 7, seals the wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, so is he still alive?
He's still alive, just in very poor condition. But
he won't walk out.
Oh, I missed with the taser.
But he's going for his walking. But it's going for his thing right now. Master, damn. And then Kingpin just lights him up before he even calls for the rest of the troops.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely unconscious this time.
I will re-slit his throat.
Yeah.
Alright, you slit his throat, and this time he's dead for real.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do it since well, just to double check. I'm just gonna walk up, and be like, you may want to move real quick. I'm just gonna point the barrel at, express barrel at his head, and just.
No.
Okay.
I'll cut his medula oblongata. Makes you feel better. Right at the back of the skull.
I'll just cut the whole
Save
head
the
off.
ammo. Because we don't have that kind of time. So we're going to go to the library next, and we're going to steal all the books. I'm going to look, and we're going to look for traps and all that fun stuff.
Look for traps.
Yep.
Seawall, you might want to do it.
23.
Alright, because of the nature of this room,
Can't hurt if you want to do it too,
traps.
man.
There's no traps this time.
Everyone can look for traps.
Yeah, like I said, there's no traps this time because of the nature of this room.
Are you going to roll?
Oh.
You can roll too, man.
He did. It was 17.
Yeah. So,
I thought you were talking about North.
Any traps? No.
No, like I said, no traps because of the nature.
Okay. Okay, then we're gonna start stealing. I'm gonna look around for. I'm gonna look around for any hidden compartments or anything like that.
There is one.
Okay, what's in it?
I'm also gonna look as well.
All right, a hidden compartment where it gets where she's assembled the best of the best of the best in poisoned weaponry, assassin weaponry, as well as several merchants that she could call on specifically to get some weaponry just in case her organization is a little bit too spicy, you know what I mean.
Oh, so she has a list of contacts for merchants.
Yeah.
That's ours now. That's ours now.
Uh,
Pile.
To say, hey, I need some, this, and this, and obviously it's not going to be sold at any merchants, but I know you have it. Oh, yes, I do. And then they
I'm
trade
gonna.
prices. Yeah. Pretty much, pretty much,
I'm
pretty much, pretty much the black market. Pretty much the
yeah.
list of black market merchants.
I'm gonna also look to see if uh they probably keep I don't know if they keep a list, but I'm gonna look to see if they have like list of all their assassins and like previous like no, this is their job they're at right now, inconclusive because like they're on job or something. So I'm gonna also yeah, I'm just gonna look for any intel on basically where are some of the Blackhead if we haven't found all of them. Basically, I know like where they are or last known location. So it's 26. Do I find anything like that, or they did not?
All right. Obviously, you know the twins and the the
Yeah.
the things last known location. But yeah, there were several black hands just walking around, standing by. Like some are pretending to be resistant soldiers. Some is
Oh,
having normal jobs. Even for your own, even within Rose C is form is black campers just waiting for the job.
hmm.
Some
Definitely.
a couple of them are even the King's Guard.
Oh, I'm just I'm gonna take the book or take this paper, whatever they have. I'm gonna say, hey William, you want to take a look at this? And I'm just gonna point at these names. Like, does these names look familiar?
Do they look familiar to me?
They're the King's Guard. Some of these men are the King's Guard.
Oh boy. Add it to the pile of stuff we're taking.
Yep. And also, just as a quick little, I'm just gonna look, see if they have any records on me. uh,
You felt seeing that they worked for him several times. You find the records of not only you but all temporary assassins.
oh, fuck yeah. What does it have me as listed as dead?
Yeah.
Yes, it's still working. All right, I'm gonna take all of the assassins that work for them only temporary. I'm also gonna add that into the pile.
Yeah. We're taking everything, all the books, anything of value.
The
We've got all
kitchen
the
sink.
weapons. Yeah,
Well, the kitchen's here.
Okay, I'm sorry, Seawall. I have to.
yeah.
Let's check for traps. 33.
The the kitchen has a program to set on fire if a, if a, if someone doesn't say the password isn't entered.
Oh, so like they have to speak a password to
No, I
enter.
meant if the guards didn't clear it, especially the guy you just killed.
All right.
You have to disarm it or enjoy fire damage every time you step in, and eventually the whole mansion, and eventually the rest of the guards going to be alert as well.
I'm gonna check this dude's body real quick. Does he have anything that could show that he has something that could disable it?
Uh, perception.
It's 24.
You find the password is make the deal.
All right. I will go back up to that little thing, and I will enter the codes and make the deal
Like
to disable this fucking fire damage.
guest detected. Welcome. Enjoy the kitchen.
I will. All right. Checking the kit. All right. I'm just gonna check. All right. I'm just searching around the whole damn kitchen. I'm gonna steal everything. I'm gonna take everything, all the food and everything.
Best fruit, best wine, and
Oh,
obviously obviously they're not refrigerated, but cold. But
Cold storage.
yeah, but obviously she sells some every once in a while to freeze the meats. And of course
Oh,
of course up downstairs, over here is spices, herbs, that kind of stuff.
I'm literally just taking everything that we can. Probably not the frozen meat, just because I'll probably just go spoil or unthaw by the time we're done. See, I'm taking all the rest food. I'm taking all the spices. I'm taking any recipe books that they have.
You literally robbed everything but the pool over here.
Well, we can't take the pool with us now, can we?
And
There could
obviously
be
you can't.
something
And
in the
obviously
water.
you can't go to the train yards because it's exposed there.
We could check in the pool. There could be something in the pool.
Nah,
There's a
I think we've got
pool,
enough.
All right.
and
With that,
obviously these are the train yards. So obviously, for obvious reasons, don't want to go there without explaining
Yep, so
yourself to the guards or the maids or the golem guard.
all right, yeah. Well, after taking literally everything from the kitchen, almost including the kitchen sink itself, I will meet up with William and be like, "We're ready to go."
yep. So we're gonna get out the back, and I'm gonna take this guy's little communications tone because I'm gonna do something once we are in the vehicle and kind of moving our way back.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna.
Alright, you notice that the golem and the mage is fighting obviously a hell knight, so they're gonna be a little busy. But go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, once we're a good distance away and I'm looking through binoculars, I'm going to use my bluff and basically go like, "It breaks the bottom. They're stealing everything. Oh God!" Just cut. Basement. Hurry! So I'm gonna roll bluff on that to see if they
Yeah.
rush down there. 21.
All right, with the exception of the mage and the golem guard, everyone rushes downstairs to the basement.
Once they're most of the way down, click, boom.
As a mansion goes up in a blaze of glory,
Yeah, we're a good distance away.
like both the assistants and the king's guard backs off because obviously they're fighting around there as well.
Mhm.
And the Hell Knight realizes that his mission is failed,
Yeah.
goes back to his small boat to sail back to the island.
Oh, that was the Hell Knight.
How small of a boat are we talking here?
Just for one.
Okay. Well, Scrap, you want to use the machine gun?
Hell yeah!
Once he's a good distance out to the water, we'll just sink him so he drowns.
All right.
You do realize it's undead. He could just walk to the bottom of the sea now.
Yeah, but
It's just
slow
gonna take
him down.
longer to get back to the island.
Waste his time. Get me close.
Wait, how strong is the Hell Knight?
Comparison wise, about level 15. So obviously you're not going to fight him one on one right now.
How much blasting clay do I have on me?
Well, you took out 50 pounds, so I assume you have 50 pounds left.
Okay, so we're going to take a sack, fill it with 50 pounds of that, put in a remote detonator, we're going to drive by him, chuck it into the boat, and hit the button.
Oh, I want the machine gun.
Well, we're going to blow up to make sure he's in a million pieces.
Alright, well,
yes.
discuss this for a couple minutes while I hug my niece before she leaves.
Yeah,
Alright,
no problem.
alright, 1 second.
We're going to
I
blow him
can
up.
summon something.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm going to summon something in his boat.
If you want me,
Yeah, we
Okay,
were busy, so we chucked the...
Hell yeah.
with the devil.
Yep.
I just like how we just successfully heist a whole fucking mansion, stole everything, and I almost stole the kitchen sink. That's how well I did in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I have now new recipes. I have the best wine, the best food. Ah, this is gonna be fun. And plus, now we have a lot more people we could use, Seawall, especially the temporary assassins that have worked with the Black Hand, to even the list of assassins just waiting for new orders.
Yeah. Mhm. Oof. Yeah.
This is just. Fuck you, Hell Knight. Just fuck up the Hell Knight.
This is one of the few moments I can't wait to go back to the hospital so I can finally fix this, take the infection out of this pump. Anyway,
Yep.
so you, make a stealth check to see if you get noticed.
Okay. I can do stealth since I'm driving. I
All right, you
stealth.
drive on by and you drop off the bag of freaking blasting clay.
Yeah, with a remote detonator and everything. So, who wants to be the one to push the button? Because I got to drive.
Hey.
I can do it.
Oh, go ahead, North. You haven't had much action.
Yeah. I'll hand North the detonator. Once we get a good distance away, I'd say, "Okay, you're good now."
Okay. Press the button.
Yep.
In fact, I'm gonna post a perfect image of this. Since I have this image for a while, but 1 second.
Yeah.
I just find my
You get to
phone real
finally
quick.
use it.
Well, as soon as I can find my phone. Yeah, I think that's the perfect image, don't you?
Where'd you put this? Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Boom. Just Hell Knight splattered everywhere.
Fuck you, Hell Knight! Away!
Oh boy.
We reconvene with my with my
Hey,
steam
guy.
wagon. Yep, with the steam wagon, we load everything up, load the vehicle on, and we go back to the bigger boat, which is further out to sea. And then we get back to home base.
Well,
Yeah.
that was very successful.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say that Kiff was amazed when you blew up the mansion.
Yep.
Well, we now have. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. A load of intel now we can use. I got a lot of new seeds for new poisons.
Yeah.
You got the blueprint for last rites.
Yeah. Well, we won't be able to mass produce it, but we might be able to reverse engineer some of it.
This is all just amazing. Well, I must and plus also a shit ton of
and denied both the resistance, the king's army, and the sorcerer council of King. Well, at least Winston.
Yeah.
yeah. So now I'm going to I'm also going to order the two shadows that are at the Civil War. They'll keep doing what they do best. If they find any more juicy intel or anything of that we can requisition for ourselves, and I will congratulate the one shadow who had found, or Shadow 4, for finding this mansion. They will be handsomely rewarded for this.
Yep. So,
And we'll see. Well, we gotta find out or find buyers for all these diamonds, gold, pearls.
Right, diamonds, gold, pearls, rubies, sapphires.
Yeah, we'll have to.
we'll
We'll have to
launder it.
launder all of it, but good good set of profit, I would say.
Oh yeah. So, well, the thing that we need to do next, though, is we need to figure out how to get control of those gold mines in that other nation.
I'll keep having the shadows keep trying to poke and prod around, see who owns it, and if we could somehow get the rights to it. Technically, we're a neutral party.
We also
I
need
don't.
to, as I said, we need to start destabilizing large-scale economics. Let's start production. I'm thinking we start production of our own currency for now. Something that is based off of but something that is not backed by something that can be traded for gold, and technically is on paper backed by gold, but more of something that we control the amount of. Make it a standard, at least within the city for now, and among some of our more active traders. Let's get into economics and banking.
Boy.
I
I would say that's BS, but the campaign me and Jim Pan play, we're sort of searching for piloting to a more quote unquote legal means of attaining money, while still very proud, of course. But go ahead.
Ty, I'm gonna do a roll. I don't know what the D20 would be plus. I'm gonna order the two shadows that are already at the Civil War to find intel on who owns or / controls the gold mine. The gold mines, that is. So what would I need to roll for that? Or just wait until next session?
Yeah.
No, I think I have an idea who might control it at this point.
So like a D20 plus. Oh.
D20 plus just from history D20.
15.
Like a lady comes across her voice. Shadow Leader, this is Shadow 5. Come in.
Go ahead, Shadow 5.
Alright, while I was healing one, I kind of saw some interesting intel. While I was healing one of the, one of the resistance fighters, he was, well, under the influence, so I could, stitch him up. And he revealed something very interesting. It's the king that
Oh.
own, it's the king that owns the gold mine, and now it's a civil war to find out who's going to take over now the king is dead. So it's a resistance within the resistance.
Oh. So the former king owned the gold mines. Hmm.
Yes.
This might be very interesting. Well, thank you, Shadow 5. Please keep trying to find any more intel and keep doing what you do best, Shadow 5. Shadow lead out. I'm gonna head to William. Be like, all right, William, I got some interesting news I think you might want to hear.
Oh?
So, remember how you said you've been looking into the gold mines?
Yes, if we can get control of them and massively increase their output, we could potentially flood the market with gold, causing a collapse in the monetary systems.
Here's the funny thing. We know who owns the mines.
Mm-hmm.
It was the former king. And now, from the intel that my shadow has provided, it seems like inside the resistance, there's another resistance.
Hmm.
So, technically, the gold mine is under control of the now dead king.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you anything that the asshole king is going to try to find ways of. I don't know if he knows about gold mines being under his control, but if he does, he's going to try to find ways to
He
get it
he
under
he,
his
he does
control.
he does by default. He was learned by his late queen.
So, there are a couple ways we can do it. Is try to see if people trade ownership to us, or maybe you can finagle the king and make it to where he hires us to mine the gold. To show him, like, not all your mining techniques, but probably some. The resource output and everything. Where he'll hire you. You'll still give him the gold, but say, we've been having problems with the Civil War, so we can't really transport as much gold. Make it look like the gold's been either hit by the rebels and just keep slowly hiding the gold until the time is needed.
Well, we got to figure out who's currently in control of them, where its output's going, and if we can make it look like the gold mines have been exhausted.
Oh, don't worry, I have the shadow looking into that. Though it's probably going to take some time before before they can really get anything done.
Yep. So
So for now,
I'll go. I'm going to go speak with the accountants. I'm sure they probably would know the best if the royal accountants, if they would know best if the what was it if the king knows about that gold mine. So if you'll excuse me.
yeah.
So I'll go to the head accountant. Specifically, I'm going to do it in the evening when I know he's home with his family, and I'm just going to knock on the door.
Like, I need this for you. King's having bounty books. So, it's you. What do you need?
Yes. I just want to stop and make sure you're settling well to the new city.
Yes, my wife just gave birth, and my kids are to a third child. My other two children are starting school in your area soon. As soon as they, well, get finish the safety course and make sure that what happened before never happens again.
Of course, of course, of course. I was hoping I could briefly chat with you in your study.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do kind of acting like old, kind of acting like friends. Arm around, arm around the shoulder, pulling him in close, and he goes, "And you do know I hope you remember our agreement. and all
Of
this.
course I do. As
Hey, see,
he shoots his kids, Mister, like, go outside and play for a little bit, kids.
hey, Seawall. I don't. This is gonna be.
You know what?
Can
You know
I
what I'll
join?
do? I'll say I'll just
Can I
kind of
join you for this? I have a plan.
because I've got my no, you stay out of this. I've got this. We
Oh,
we don't
food.
want yeah.
I
No,
was gonna.
stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No, stop it. Stay out of this.
Oh
How did-
boy.
I'll actually have the kind of the are the kids looking at the mechanical owl on my guy's shoulder?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, he goes, Archimedes, why don't you keep an eye on the children? Fly around a little bit, make sure they don't get into any trouble. And the owl kind of flies off outside.
And they're both playing ball and digging
Yeah.
things in the backyard.
Yep. So yeah, and so we'll go upstairs, and my guy's mood, flips like a switch, and he's gone more serious as he sits down. So, how much does the king know about the gold mines in the other kingdom?
He knows about it. His late wife already informed him before they got married. Probably that's why Probably that's why he wanted to accelerate the reign in the first place.
Hey, my guy will just go. Okay. Does he know it? Does he have recent reports of the mine's output and expected yields?
No, he does not.
Could you make it look like
Like
those mines are exhausted?
the late King Goldsmith has kept it a secret for a very very long time, especially
We're-
especially after the assassination of his daughter.
Well, if I can control those mines, could you make it look like they're exhausted? That it's been a smokescreen for a couple of years?
It won't be that hard. It will, for my fellow towns, it won't be that hard to cook the book to the point where I can make it look like is he exhausted or overfilled.
Good. Because we wouldn't want anything to happen to your family.
Say again?
Well, these guys know we're basically blackmailing them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we wouldn't want anything to happen to your family, of course.
he accepted it, especially since you have a freaking mechanical owl flying around his children.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Like, unlike the king is not that stupid.
yeah, the account. Yeah, we are far more dangerous than the king ever was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all just kind of go good. We would want to make sure your family stays happy and healthy. Now, my guy will lift himself up on his cane. I unfortunately have to get going.
As long as you keep me right, as long as you keep Soso or the king's executioner away from me, I guess we have some deals. And no, you haven't met the king's executioner yet.
No, we're keeping good distance from him because we're not going to try to control him. We're going to try to get rid of him. So then I'll leave. Yeah, Archimedes will rejoin me, and then I'll bring in some of the. I'm assuming some of our merchants have bit hard into the ideology, and they're investing heavily in the new steam powered technologies.
Oh yeah, including obviously the shadow merchant. But anyway,
yeah. I want to convene a meeting. Okay, Scrap. Now you get to do your thing with cooking. I'm going to convene a nice meeting at the castle with all of them. A nice little banquet meeting, basically a combination of a banquet meal and a professional meeting. They can bring their families who can enjoy, the music and the food. And then we'll go off into a separate room, kind of a mafia style meeting, Yeah.
All right. Well, since there's going to be a board meeting, I'm going to get the help of my other chefs. So 31.
all right, that's a very good meal you could serve. So yeah, obviously, obviously create a full banquet to line the castle up with. Fans of the merchants, fans of merchants are stopping by. Obviously,
Mm.
one
Also, we do
merchant
have
has no.
one. We also have
Obviously,
at least one noble that's backing us, who has a
obviously,
kid going
huh?
to our school. Don't we have a noble or two that's backing us that have their kids going to our school?
Yeah, a couple of nobles still.
I'll invite them because they represent the noble side of things, and I don't want their fortunes to become worthless. So we're gonna need to start prepping things a
All
little
right, so
bit.
about 2 or 3 nobles, and I'll say, including the shadow merchant because he's still a merchant, 10,
Yeah,
10 merchants.
got it. And their
Obviously, the
families are
shadow
invited.
merchant is different because he comes in with no families, just
Yeah.
solo.
Yep. So.
Obviously, Scrap will recognize him, but
Oh yeah. And what I'll do to kind of wow them a little bit is I'll make a steam powered, probably like a steam powered organ, but it plays itself. So combine in the advanced mechanical computing along with my just advanced steam tech. Just something I'm gonna do just as a little side project. Can I try that with a craft engineering check?
yeah.
Craft machinery. Yep. Okay. I bet that thing is just awesome. Yeah.
Let's
So
just say let's just say some people actually want to see it in competition against
yeah.
some Orcas bard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just this steam powered kind of organ thing. A bunch of different instruments are kind of emulated with it. It's just meant to be nice. And I'm going to tell you right now, I probably had the bard do the the composing for it. So yeah. And
Of
then
course.
so that'll keep them all. And then I'll pull all the merchants aside, and we'll go into a kind of a side room, and then there'll just be kind of a big table, and I'll be sitting at the head of it. And they'll each see a printed pamphlet in front of them at each seat. It's titled "Transition to non-metallic currencies."
Come to him, sit down. Like, this is interesting. Couple of little concerned. Couple of them are interested, and a couple of them is like, what do you mean non-metallic currencies?
He'll reach into an envelope and he'll pull out basically some metal coins and then something printed on paper. And he kind of slides them down. He'll have an envelope presented to each of them, or placement for gold and silver coins.
Paper, huh?
And there's a reason behind this. Officially, we'll make sure that they have a certain backing. With we'll need to set up a bank in a sense that will trade gold for these currencies, something that can be used in this town. And I would hopefully assume between all of you an independent currency system that isn't directly tied to the value of gold and silver.
Make me a check with advantage because you have a shadow that's hyping it up. That's trying to prevent them as well.
22.
Well, this isn't interesting.
Mhm.
But how are we going to trade goods with other towns?
Well, that'll be the challenging part. This currency, I'm more thinking is something internally stable that we slowly leak out. We'll start utilizing it at some of the. Well, I'm thinking what we'll do is we do have the large projects in Hope Valley. Great way to introduce it. We can use that as a possible currency that people can accept at the workplace, and then we'll
Hey,
have stores. We'll have stores that you will all operate that will accept the currency.
hey, gentlemen, sorry to
With a
say, I got to
slight.
get going here.
Oh, we got it.
I have to get
No
off for the
problem.
night.
See you later, Gold. Yeah.
I think.
And what we do to entice workers to utilize it is they get a slight discount for using it, 5 or 10%. Not enough to affect your profit margins all that great, but enough that, not enough to affect you all that much, but enough for the for the workers to have a slightly higher standard of living. Don't worry, we'll subsidize all of you in this endeavor to make sure it's worth your while. The concept behind this is we need to make a parallel economy, something that runs alongside the one out there, because he'll then have some gearmen bring out a second one. Something he's calling Project Midas or Operation Midas. And when they open it up, they get the kind of the one sentence, the operation to devalue gold.
And now the merchants is going to look and say like, wait, devalue gold. What's going to happen to our fortunes?
Well, if you transition them into other materials, things other than gold that hold value, gemstones could be one option. Magical artifacts, or investment into additional factories. Be partial owners.
They're heavily discussing the investment options. One is like, well, I already got gold, and well, I already know that the spreading out my fortune is a good idea. So just spreading out some more might be helpful for me, as in gold, as in gemstones as well.
Yeah.
He's mostly what he's mostly a gemstone trader. So yeah.
Yeah.
But roll me a check still with advantage because you have
39, Jesus Christ.
you're definitely convinced him to like you know what he has a point. He points to no he has a point. We all have to diversify our economy somehow. Yeah, because if gold falls,
There's a reason why I want gold to fall. Weaken the economies of the Sorcerer's Council. The ones that well, they've got their favorite merchants that that I understand that have prevented you from growing your businesses if there was suddenly a massive crash in the value of gold and silver. What do you think? What do you think happens to those other merchants? They'll scramble. They'll collapse.
the scramble, collapse, or shift focused.
But that takes time. If you already know that it's going to happen and you've already modified your fortunes to be elsewhere, I'm not saying get rid of all your gold. Definitely hold on to some, but start transitioning to other forms. Utilize that gold while it still has value. Because in the long term, and it'll basically kind of move to the next page, they'll see basically the plans to massively to get control of the gold mines in the other kingdom, and massively overproduce gold while claiming those mines are exhausted, and then suddenly dumping gold into the market.
Like the Ghost Star Kingdom, isn't that in the Civil War? Yeah, yeah. I heard from one of my associates that this is another merchant,
Yeah.
like not the Shadow merchant, but another merchant. Like I heard that they were fight to get control of the mines after they after they fend off the king's armies.
Yes, and the war is a stalemate. Stubbornly so. Whenever one side seemingly starts getting some momentum, the other side, out of nowhere, gets support. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Well, we will all consider this planned. Yeah, this is actually very intriguing. Like, obviously the shaman was like, I started to rely on gold because I'm a traveling merchant, but I'll see if I can introduce this policy for.
And other things that could potentially be done that could make it even more secure. Because you've all had your caravans attacked by bandits, yes?
Oh boy, we had to hire adventurers and bodyguards for that. Like, and I and I
Bandits
and
were
I had to rely on I had to study magic and rely on firearms to protect me while I'm on the road.
And while that is definitely needed, what if you didn't need to carry gold or this currency with you at all?
I'm I'm interested. I'm interested.
Yep, he'll now bring out his basically the black box. Some of you have already utilized the beep code communications for rapid communications. Yes, you're all familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it secure. Now, imagine, let's say we set up additional Gearman outposts and possibly even banks in various major cities and towns. Those banks and buildings are well secured and have in them both the currency as well both the paper currencies as well as the gold. Now, your caravan comes into town, it sells its goods. Instead of carrying that gold or other value or other just currency value with them, instead they give it to the bank, who then enter it into. They put it down in a ledger, and that ledger is then information from that ledger is then transmitted to a central location, which will then distribute that information to other locations. So the currency is locked in. You could lose the entire caravan, but you still got paid for selling your goods. Or you send your empty caravan. They don't carry they carry other than, let's call it travel funds, a little bit of coin on them in case they got to buy some food or do some repairs. You know what I mean. But they carry very little on them. That is worth a lot. Thus meaning your caravans are less likely to be targeted, especially if you're transporting lower value bulk goods. Metals, grain, the various things all of you do. I know you, and he'll reference the gem merchant, will have some issues, but I have a few ideas that you might be interested in investing in the future that makes your caravans much more secure. Though that might be some time in the future. But you see what I'm getting at. Once your merchants sell their goods wherever, they take all that gold, they go to the Gearman Bank facility, they accept it, secure it, and then transmit the information via a secured method back to the central bank, who will then enter it into a master ledger. That master ledger its information is updated and sent to other branches, so if they travel halfway around the world and they need those funds, they can get them.
I'm going to roll to see if someone else actually thought of this idea, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone thought of a bank, but let's see if.
Well, banks probably exist, but what they probably do is the old method of you have a coded document with you that is updated, that only a handful of people know how to read at those banks.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah. So my idea just removes that individual from the equation entirely. It's basically the bank transmitting information via airwaves, telegrams, all that stuff. Basically, like early 20th, late 18th, early 20th century banking.
It's a lot less of a pain. A lot less of a pain than trying to follow this all the time. Walking around with his coded card, showing obviously hiding the codes, but his coded card before he's slipping it back in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. And we have a location for where the major reserves of currency can be held safely. And he'll kind of have a map rolled out and point to the mine to the north. It's a fortress already. We're already doing massive stockpiling within it. And just north of it, As you see, there is now a partially habitable area.
Wait, 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 there's a partially habitable area?
Well, you still want to wear a coat, of course, but
Yeah, but...
Mhm.
And he points at this mine right here. Like, people are trying to get into this mine for a millennium now. Supposedly it's a supposedly the diamond gold mine, but anyone who enters that area never comes out.
I have a few prototypes that I'm still in designs I'm working on that might allow an expedition to get up there. And this mine has already shown we've been able to tap into geothermal energy. This mine no longer runs on magic. At least not its main heating and main boiler. It runs off the planet itself. The individual backpack boilers that are still used by the steam drills, of course, those are still magically powered, but they're minuscule in energy compared to what that main boiler can handle.
And now we treat me even more.
Yes. I suggest we are already well above max capacity. Our miners are we shipped a bunch of our miners to Elk Valley, and we still our guys are still working on limited shifts. We could partially hollow out another mountain and set up a secured vault facility there. It could double as a communications outpost as well, setting up in a tower on one of these mountains here.
That's
Make
interesting.
the entrance on this side, so someone would have to go through the fortress just to try to get inside of it.
That's interesting, but what about security? I mean, obviously
The gearmen,
we don't want the king's guards to know
the
because then
gearmen would keep it protected.
huh?
The gearmen would keep it protected. We're growing, albeit slowly.
I
I know
hope.
all of you have fairly strong information networks. And you've seen the various broadsheets and pamphlets that I've printed out over the months. If you can help distribute them, and as well as help us get to the people here, we could massively increase recruitment, producing more. And you've all seen the truth. The age of magic is coming to an end. It's stagnated for thousands of years. What real advancements has happened in your lifetimes?
One of them actually has to speak actually, there's a little bit of a trick with that. One, one of the reasons why Tabitha Black was promoted to Grand Sorceress in the first place.
Mhm.
She's she's a Grand Master of creating new spells. That's why she's locked up in the office almost every day, creating one spell after another, to make sure the age of magic will come to an end.
Yes, but are those spells truly more powerful than last? Or are they just minor incremental changes?
Fortunately, no one knows.
Exactly.
She never displays any of her spells unless she's in a battlefield, and you've seen and
Yeah.
even you've seen how powerful she is if she's forced to
And
fight.
and he'll walk over to, a little bar area in the corner where there's a sink, and he turns it on. And has she developed this? Something that is in pretty much every home now? Running clean water?
No, she hasn't.
And he turns it off.
No,
That's
like I said,
yeah.
I'm not saying that you're not wrong,
Yeah,
but it's going to take a little bit of convincing
yeah.
because of her reputation.
And that's why I am investing so heavily in Hope Valley.
Because it's one develops because the treaty that has no money coming into it. That's actually interesting.
It's a decent population size. It's known for creating the paladins, and those paladins are, well, interesting, not exactly useful in the long run. Clerics have their use. Magical heal. I will never say magical healing doesn't have a place. But magical healing is also expensive. It's specialized for specific things.
That is true. But all trick of the paladins is the whole trick of the paladins is going quant is quantity over quality. Sorry, quality over quantity. Fewer troops, but those troops could beat your ass if necessary.
Only if they
necessary.
get in close range. I've already developed weapons that make melee combat a secondary concern in the battlefield. I wouldn't be surprised if I've made cavalry obsolete by the end of the year.
Now that is interesting.
And he'll
One of them pictures like, wait a second, don't wait a second, but don't assassins and a couple of other smoothers like there or use bows, arrows, and long range guns? What magic guns? I say. Not to mention Starroot Valley is pretty much all guns and long range weaponry.
Yes, but how are they able to mass produce it at the scales that we've already shown in our much smaller operation?
That is a good point. Plus, all their guns rely on magic.
Yes. Whereas my guy will go over and open up an armored box in the corner, and he pulls out one of the prototype shells, and he sets down on the table. That's full of blasting clay. You can imagine the damage it could do. Don't worry, it's not armed.
I would say we're going to have a Robocop situation, but
yeah. He just sets it on the table. Still working out the kinks in it, I'll freely admit. Getting the formulation right, getting the positioning and spacing. First prototypes, the cases were a little too thick, so it absorbed too much of the explosion. Other ones were a little too thin, causing some various issues. It's new technology. Takes some time to figure out, but I have a steam-powered cannon that can chuck this a good long distance. And yes, it does technically run on magic, but it's a backpack boiler. Something I can mass produce that requires spells we're teaching children how to use.
all right. That's actually interesting.
Yes.
I think we'll look at this book a lot more now.
Yes. So what I would like is we're going to need investment in the form of getting more people here rapidly. I know all of you have much greater reach than I do. I'm hoping that you can help spread my pamphlets much further. Get more people interested. Invest in Hope Valley. It's an open market. Not many people are investing in there because they don't see a future for it. It's an agrarian economy that produces paladins. That's about it. Whereas we're producing a canal so that central lake sea area would be accessible by ships from the ocean directly. We're setting up a school out there too, teaching the same things. And while there isn't much in the way of industrial capacity, there are some reserves of metal there that we are investing in to try to jumpstart the economy at least somewhat closer to home.
Well, at least if we open up this canal, we don't have to deal with the orcs over here. That is not as much.
Yep. Yes. Once the canal is opened, new docks and slip yards will be set up here. Hell, this will even be a great place for a massive shipbuilding industry. It's an isolated area. You could easily set up multiple tower defenses and citadels all along this canal, making it near impossible for someone to get in unless they're supposed to be there.
That was a nice visit.
Though it's more on the military side of things.
I'll talk to you later. It's hot in here, come here.
All of you know the potential that we're looking here. The question is, are you going to take the risk and run with it, or will you risk being left behind?
I roll me one more persuasion with advantage. But DC is, I'm about to say, but BC is pretty low, but be it long anyway. Like, you know, the best investors is the one that continues the status quo, but make new ones so that they're on the front lines of it. And that was the speech from your shadow. I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
Provide we have to convince the orcs not to attack everyone, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, allow me to handle the diplomacy with them. I'm sure there are ways to convince them to join our side. A lot of people, while orcs are naturally fairly aggressive, they've also been expected to be that way. I may not speak the language, but I have a way to. I've got a little device I can create to help myself with that. I'm sure there are ways to get them to join our side.
Then I guess we're on your side.
He'll kind of raise a glass, for a toast.
Like to
a
the
brighter
future.
To a brighter future.
And cheer. And now I'm picturing the what you call society from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to look at the judge score, so I don't cry.
Yep.
But other than that, I guess that's the end for now. Since obviously we're now 2 players down.
Well, I mean, I obviously want to do some rolls for making sure the what was it? The brain doesn't want to work.
All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah. First things first, I want to roll basically the construction in Hope Valley. Yeah, basically me leading that little operation. And this is kind of for the canals, the new factories that are being set up to support the canal project, because I'm assuming we're going to need facilities that can produce rebar, concrete, close to on site. And don't worry, I'm not doing dirty factories. I am including the kind of semi-magical enchantment stuff that filters out the smoke and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you literally have a church and freaking master cleric. So yeah, you might.
Well, I'm keeping it clean. Let's see, anything nasty is combined with water, and then basically I've got a massive, what was it, that magical clean and purify water, because that just deletes contaminants. Basically, just one of those is operating on it. So, yep, we recycle what we can, basically delete what we can't. So where is it?
All right, roll away.
Yeah. Where is it? I need craft machinery, and that'll be a 39 because I do have equipment. 55 to continue just the mass.
The massive project continues without hindrance. In fact, you actually found a way to reduce contaminants to near zero. Obviously,
got it. Yeah.
There's no such thing as zero, but
yeah. But I'm assuming it's more like okay, so it's no worse than what the blacksmiths in what industry was already here. So yeah. And I'm also going to try to spread the ideology further here to see if we can get more recruits.
Advantage because Emzo's traveling here as well.
Yeah. 39.
You have to get a few more recruits.
Yep, and we won't deploy the corporate script yet because we need more infrastructure set up. Basically the script currency. We won't set that up yet, but yeah. So then one thing I would like to do is I'd like to see if I can meet with the orcs, with the leader of the orcs, assuming there is a singular leader, or if
There
there's
is
like a
a
council.
singular leader.
Okay.
He's the leader and portmaster.
Okay. Well, I'd like to seek a meeting with him, and I will specifically have the automatic translator, which
He
and it'll be
looks
set
at
to work.
Travis like, ah, I speak English, human. How did they got so? How did they got some
Mhm.
sub successful port without speaking
Yeah.
common? Jeez.
Yeah. I say I merely am here to try to is he speaking, but it's coming out as orcish to show you respect, good sir. Speaking in your native tongue as a sign of respect, good sir.
Eh, don't worry about it. I'm just annoyed because some jackass tried to canal projects, which is stripping my business.
Well, that would
I
be
mean,
me.
look at them pointing at the orcs, pointing at the orcs like this used to be a flowing port with sea and trade, and now they have nothing to do.
Yes, I'm the one behind the canal project.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, yeah, I've told him that. I'm the one behind the canal project. I'm the
Wait,
engineer,
wait, what?
designer, and primary investor.
Wait, what? As he whistles to get his war accent, like, so you're the one who's denying them my people.
I'm the one that is building up new things. I am here to negotiate a partnership.
Speak fast, human, and and speak cleanly.
Your current port is not exactly the most popular, mainly because, well, people are not the biggest fans of dealing with orcs, and Hope Valley doesn't have the strongest economy to be a massive import exporter.
That is true.
I am solving the second problem. I can also help you solve the first problem. We could use additional workers, obviously, and they'll be paid the same, if not far more, than what you currently pay them working in the docks. Feel free to ask my workers. They're paid extremely well for what they do, way above normal market rate. Long one. Not only that,
He
you obviously have a
he
certain amount of wealth.
currently he waves off his retain who has his war
Yeah,
X-ray. Like, I go on. I'm interested. And you see orc men and women looking at you now. So yeah, you have an audience.
yeah, this is it. And I understand a little bit of what you feel. I've not exactly been the most accepted. Childhood wasn't the best. Father, abusive ass. And I understand the feeling of being rejected and people assuming things about you. You've been pushed, in a sense, to the corner of this little continent. And your people, I will freely say, are naturally fairly aggressive. Your culture lends itself well to that.
Ah
Issue
yeah,
is,
yes, Lady Cole's the only one that accepts us for what and who we are. Hell, she accepts it. She accepts anyone as long as they have some level of goods.
yes.
He,
And
he points at he points at goblin workers. He points at the sea where some mermaids are. Like, she accepts anyone. Trust me.
yes. I'm also fairly cosmopolitan in who I'm willing to work with, as long as they remain loyal.
Loyalty, huh?
Yes. And I've got a quick question for him. And what I would like to do, if it's okay with you, I'd like to walk the town and see what the amenities are like around here. Quality of living for the people that live here. If that's okay with you.
Uh, he has one of his female workers like walking around town. It's the town should have been falling apart. So we paid the we finished paying the repair we finished the repairs a couple of days ago. So the town shouldn't be falling apart.
Yeah. He'll I'll do a kind of an engineering estimation of this town's quality. Oh Jesus.
Uh the leader of the orcs wasn't lying. Is pretty much it's a small town obviously compared to much bigger towns, but it has some amenities for orcs, goblins, more people, sirens, pretty much any race that could be reasoned with.
And I would like to make a kind of hazard a guess that it's fairly crude construction.
Huh?
It's fairly crude construction in
Oh,
comparison,
oh, hell
even
yeah.
compared to the rest of Hope Valley.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
not even
compared to the
getting into
rest
the
of Hope
construction they
Valley,
can
it's
do.
also very crude because obviously you
Yeah,
can't get professional carpenters to go up there
yeah,
and help.
yeah. So, and what I'll do is I'll just reach into my bag, and then I'll pull out basically just one of the magazines and I'll just hand it here. This is what we're producing these days over in Springwood, and I
The
can kind of
female orc chicks, that's like, wait.
including things describing of like a basically flameless lights. They're running water, basically describing sewage systems. The concept of liquid stone, reinforced liquid stone construction, higher scale construction, just basically describing my steampunk level of construction. Steam powered heating, refrigeration, all just kind of covering everything that we're producing at this point. All these consumer goods.
All right, well, this will be. Well, this is. I mean, obviously, our town's crude and rude because, well, no one actually, no one's a gold unless you're an accepted race. No one wants to bother you unless it's absolutely necessary. Or without the sirens hypnotize people, whoever comes first. But anyway, joking aside, this is an interesting book.
That's just last month's catalog. As we expand and get more partners and investors, we produce more and more. The designs are getting more efficient, cheaper to produce, easier to transport. We've already produced a ship that can move without sails or other than or direct magical interference. The
Yeah,
world is changing
we've
rapidly.
seen that from here. We're wondering if there was magic or a strange new ship that's a,
He'll just pull out some chalk and just basically draw the Everheat rune and then activate it. And no more advanced magic than that. That's what's running that ship. Several of these cast by people that barely have studied magic in their lives. Something that can be taught to anyone.
I should note that you're still surrounded by most of the people, with the exception of the mer people for obvious reasons. But
Yeah,
everyone was watching.
yeah. And just this town here could easily be made bigger. Problem is, it's not the most ideal. It'd still be needed for transport. What I'm hoping is that all of you be willing to assist in that transport and avoid some of the stories I've heard. I know there are a couple of you here that have enacted enacted an unofficial tax on various merchants passing through. He's basically hinting at they've been extorting people, probably.
The goblins just rolled their eyes like, I don't know anything about the official
Yeah.
taxes. uh,
Yes.
room. See if they're fucking lying. It's a very little check, but just for certain giggles.
I'm not the best at reading people. Never have been in this system. Oh, it'd be an 8. It'd only be an 8. My finger slipped. It'd only be an 8. So
Still,
yeah.
15 is more
So,
than enough.
so and then then it says,
Like, I
and you
don't
could
know
have
about official taxes. As you literally see, as you literally see gold falling out of his pockets. What?
yeah, it's each size. I'm saying, and he'll kind of look around, and I'm guessing there's very little writing. I'm guessing literacy rates are very low here.
Yeah. There's little writing. Everyone either speaks to each other in common or in thieves scan for the more let's just say unrespectable merchants.
Yes.
Or,
And
or
also
for
kind
or
of,
for or for the sea people just
yeah,
dive from the sea to speak if they want to their language to not be heard by everyone else.
yeah. Oh yeah, my guy's just speaking. He goes, and do you not, all of you, do you not want to be able to be able to move around a bit more? You're all kind of stuck in here. Why
They
not? Yeah,
they look around like
Why not be part of the revitalization of Hope Valley instead of being left behind by it?
it would be nice to actually visit that those towns down there. Yeah,
Yes,
I always wanted to see Lady Cole. Yeah, and I heard there's a church around here too.
yes.
And one of the mer people was like, and with the expansion of the port, we can actually swim down and check out to
Mhm.
ourselves without well drying up.
There are other things that you could do as well. Is my guy kind of looks over to the mer people. You could get work. You could get work. You could get much with expanded docks if you're willing to learn the shipwright trade. You could potentially do repair. You could do. You could have wet. You could, instead of dry docks being required for everything, you could do underwater repairs. You're naturally gifted for it, repairing vessels while still in the water.
Well, technically that's what we do, but we're not that skilled at it yet. Or is that was the idea? In other words,
And
they
you're
already
not.
had the idea as
Yeah.
and the merman is going to the idea was the merman is going to repair a ship underwater while a mermaid is going to sing a lullaby and get them to relax and have some and enjoy themselves. But that plan backfired because no one taught them, gave them the tools or the what tools or the knowledge to how to repair a ship underwater. And well, the goblins aren't exactly a type to teach people.
Yeah. And you assume that I can't, are you sure that I can't send some of my what was it? Send some of my trained engineers to teach you?
Wait, you
I've
have
already
trained.
taught.
Wait. You have trained engineers?
I am one. I prefer the term steam right though, but that's because I specialize in steam. We also have Thunder Scouts that specialize in vehicles. Many of them have a pretty strong engineering base, and then those that just learn engineering purely learn engineering.
And suddenly the mermaids on this area is very interested in you now. Like,
Yeah.
all right,
Mhm.
if we teach us properly, we'll have a very rich economy soon.
Yes. Not only that, you could also potentially, if you find work in assisting in repairs of the canal, so you don't need to shut the canal down to do repairs.
They not like, you know what?
Canal inspections, and that not only that, but think of potential military. If you're willing to go down that road with the steam rights, we also have our own. Let's go with security specialists, caravan guards. We call them the gearmen. Theoretically,
Fortunately, we're
You
not exactly
theoretically,
geared with Fortunately, we're not exactly geared with military in mind. All any asshole has to do is drag us off the water, and we're fucked.
but have you ever thought of what you could do with something like this? And he holds up holds up a little brick of blasting clay. Is there an old ship that no one needs?
he points at he points at an, he points at an old ship like
Mhm.
that got abandoned a long time ago. Like I heard this asshole got killed in a bar,
Mhm.
and of course it's
Yeah.
yeah, he used to work here, and then became an assassin, and
Yeah.
it's a big mess.
My guy will pull out a brick of blasting clay, an underwater adhesive that he sticks on the back of it. Then he pulls out one of the stick detonators, probably a 10-minute one, and then some pliers. And he goes, now, mind you, this is very dangerous stuff. It is explosive. Are any, uh, are any of you, if any of you are brave enough, I can instruct you on its safe usage, and I'll have you place some on the bottom of that boat, and then we'll watch to see what happens.
Let's see, which sex will actually try and want to pull this off.
Yep.
All right, a mermaid actually volunteers. I can also sing them a lullaby so they drop their guards as well.
Or just swim under it quietly.
Huh?
But yeah, my guy will give her the base construction on how to safely use it. Put it in there, crimp it, and then swim away quickly. And he'll also explain that hey, don't get close to this. Explosions underwater are very dangerous to creatures underwater because it travels much further. So
Yeah, shock waves. I understand.
yep. So then he'll send her off, and then he'll just wait. And then you pull out his pocket watch and keep an eye on the time. And then we'll wait, and then they'll just see that basically there'll be an explosion, and the boat just starts sinking.
Like boom, the ship
Yeah.
starts sinking, and just for shits and giggles, since also you figure out what boat it is.
Yeah, yeah. And then my guy will look down at the mermaids.
What
Ooh,
the fuck?
yeah.
Okay, you know what World D100 for? Trish or sick and
What?
giggles.
What?
You know that scythe that uses touch instead of attack AC.
Yeah.
You just found the whole recipe to it.
How?
It blasted off onto the ship and into your hand. The
Okay.
D100 was to see how much it was. It was to see how much it was burnt
My guy.
off.
My guy will. My guy will roll a. What was it? I'm gonna roll me a sleight of hand and make that disappear into my coat.
Go ahead.
Yep, it
No
disappears into
one's
my
seen
coat.
it.
It's one of the. People are too busy looking at the ship sinking rapidly. Yeah, so and he goes, think of it this way, as he kind of leans down. Yeah, you know, yeah. Think of it this way: people don't really keep an eye on mermaids. You could control trade lanes if you truly wanted to, as well as protect them from others that get the same idea. There are weapons that could be produced that would work well underwater. I
All
know
right,
there are.
so
I know there are underwater crossbows that exist. They're not easy to work with, or they're not easy to produce, but we have factories that could. I'm also thinking of a potential way of making this, and he kind of pulls off his backpack boiler and sets it down. I'll see if I can modify it to operate underwater, thus allowing some sort of harpoon weapon to be utilized.
the mermaids, the mer people, all shake in agreement. Like,
Hmm.
uh, and then one guy is like, "Okay, you can vent the orcs, you can vent the mermaids, but you know the only thing that convinces us." He sits there rubbing his hands together. What
My
can
God.
we profit off of?
Well, we are goblins, and the fact that well, I'm also assuming the sirens are probably jumping in with the mermaids in this a
Yeah,
little bit.
by
Yeah.
default,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I've got a spiel with them. Going to one of the more lovely sirens and go, I understand you hypnotize people to get things done.
Yeah, between the mermaid's lovely song and Siren's hypnotizing
Yeah.
ability, yeah.
Have you ever, my guy will kind of go up to them, have you ever thought of being, thought of being town criers or working in professionally produced stage plays or operas?
What to talk about the sirens and the mermaids?
Well, the sirens mainly because they can, more easily operate on land.
Like,
But But I'm thinking maybe making a special opera house that has like a large tank for the mermaids to be able to perform in. So performing arts theater kind of thing.
ah,
Yeah, but that's more back in my head. I'm meant to tell you.
like
So I'll kind of
this.
I'll
That
kind of
sounds
walk
like,
up to one of the
well, we could, like, we always want to go on stage, but well, they pointed there as like, no one trusts us for obvious reasons.
Oh, of course you have immense power and you're very lovely.
Ah,
Basically,
thank you.
he's stroking their egos very specifically. He's trying to get everyone on his side on this.
Yeah.
Yes. If I remember right, a siren. I need it. I need it. I wonder what they. I don't know what they look like. A pirate. Okay, here we go. Body of a hawk and the head of a beautiful woman with long, shining hair. Okay, that is an interesting combination of features. I wonder if there's an image out there. Oh yeah. They're yeah. They come in a couple of different forms. They can be they're fairly somewhat hawk-like bodies. So yeah, they're interesting. But yeah. And I'll go, and you go. Oh yeah, if I remember right, they also have a fly speed too. Yeah. Hold on, I'm double checking something with them. Oh, they actually have 60 feet of good flying. This could be interesting. Yeah, to go and go. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Let's see. Okay, can you use the counter song, distraction, fantasy, inspire, confidence? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Yes, and as you said, no one's been willing to give you a chance. I'm willing to give you all give those that are interested in it a chance.
This is like, you know what? You know what? That's the only way we could evolve. That's the only way we could actually truly put consensus at this rally.
Yeah. And those that aren't interested in performing, there are other tasks that potentially be done. Some of you have the natural ability of flight. Have you ever thought of getting into the merchant trade or transport?
One or two, but they all end up, well, to put bluntly, grounded because of either better merchants or more trustworthy merchants.
And if you carry the well, the steam couriers are becoming a bigger and bigger element. If you work with them, you'll get the protection from them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we have some protection. It might help actually build a business. And now you talk about the term merchants, that the two siren merchants that were, well,
Mhm.
put out of
Yeah.
business.
Oh yeah, and now basically what I'm offering is, hey, work with us. We'll make sure that you can operate. As I said, you may not be. You'll be probably working mainly for us, transporting small but valuable things from between our various outposts. But those outposts will have comfortable beds, food to eat, so you can rest up before you need to go on to your next mission. You'll see the world and carry the symbol of the Gearmen and the Steam Couriers, so people will know who you work for. Less likely to attack. Some that are more willing. Some that are more interested in being protected, and some could even. And some of you are. And you kind of looking. I'm assuming some are like a bit tougher looking.
Yeah.
Looks like some of you may be willing to act as guards. We may be able to adapt weapons for you to utilize to help protect yourselves.
Well, it's a lot. Well, yeah, we don't have to rely on our hypnotism all the time. Plus, yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
The mermaids were easy, but you had to roll to see if you convince the sirens to fully be on your side.
Any advantages?
No.
Got it. Just diplomacy. Diplomacy. 30.
That's the magic number.
Yep. So, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm convinced.
Mhm.
How about you, fellas and ladies? Yeah.
Then finally, the goblins, as they are, as they're probably feeling a little surrounded right now because the orcs are like, "Hey, we can live in nicer accommodations, nicer towns, not be looked down upon, stuff like that." Then there are the goblins, and I'll just look at the goblin leader and just go, "Why don't you and I have a little private chat?" As I'll pull him aside to talk to him
He
in the back of my wagon.
he walks in. Pretty much the I can't pull up the image right now, but pretty much a very
Mhm.
well dressed goblin. Well,
Yeah,
well dressed from a goblin.
yeah,
No,
yeah. So
pretty
we'll hop in
much
the back, and
if it was CWCW wrestling, Colonel Rob Parker. Pretty much that without the cowboy
oh
hat.
yeah, yep. I'll heat up the little stove, and I'll boil some water for some tea. Specifically, something that is a bit more on the exotic side, something he's probably not had before. So then I'll hand him a cup, and we'll just be sitting across from each other. And let's go.
Like, yeah,
You obviously want you. You obviously want.
I see you offering things for the merman goblins and mermen, sirens, and orcs. But what about us goblins? You know this is the only money we this is the only language we talk, rubbing his fingers together for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and my guy just sleight of hands a couple of coins into his hand. Yes, you like the coin, don't you?
Coin rules the world. That I figured out since I was that I figured out since my since my since my grandpa
Yeah.
grandpappy's age.
And you goblins don't mind how you get the coin all that much.
As long as our pickers are filled, we don't care.
Hmm. What if I were to tell you that there is new smuggling opportunities out there?
Say again. I can't hear you.
New smuggling opportunities out there.
Smuggling. Now we're getting interesting.
I have a few. For now, it's you've. I presume you've heard of the war going on over in Goldsmith territory.
Yes, we actually want to invest in that war, but unfortunately, well, goblin merchants aren't exactly trusted because, well, we rip people off, which we do, but
Lose the ripping people off. Can you can keep your people in control and not rip people off?
my brother Preppy told me to slightly rip people off, and these my fellow goblins aren't exactly that doesn't exactly get the memo yet.
Hmm. Mainly because, and my guy will, and then suddenly there's a very basically scalpel. I'm basically combining diplomacy and intimidation simultaneously because I've already gotten the sirens, the mermaids, and the orcs on my side. You can imagine that if you were to cause trouble, that it would be very hard to convince them that maybe goblins aren't needed in this community anymore, and that human merchants or mermaid or mer people or siren merchants take your place, or just some of us from the main from Springwood take your place instead. Gonna cut you out, or if you can keep, or and then he does the whole kind of pointing the scalpel at him. If you can keep your people under control, you can be one of the bigger elements of the smuggling operations. People don't notice goblins all that much, as long as you're not
Uh,
pickpocketing or breaking and entering.
Pick which one you want to roll. but with an
Well,
advantage because he's actually thinking about it, and he's been trying to keep his people get his people under
yeah.
control for a while.
Diplomacy is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just waved the white flag,
40.
and now he's not, and now it's not waving it anymore. Like, you know what, my 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 grandpa would be pissed at me for waving the white flag. I'll teach my fellow goblins to
And I'm
not.
not saying you can't gouge a little bit, especially when you're
I would say
starvers. Yeah.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll teach these goblins how to gouge people, not just
Yeah.
overprice for everything.
Yes. Because what I need is I need people that are willing to do risky transport and not ask any questions.
Oh,
Because
not. Oh, trust me,
I
not.
need that goldsmith war going on for a long time.
Oh
I
no,
need to make
trust me.
sure neither side wins.
Oh, trust me. Transporting questable items is not the first or last time we transport questable items. It's just usually done at night where everyone's asleep. But don't
Yeah.
tell anyone.
Of course, of course. So,
How do you think I'm gonna afford such a fancy suit when the entire town is pretty much poor and poor city and poor country?
oh yes, don't worry, we'll make sure there's plenty of investment coming your guys' way as well. But eventually that war will end. But don't worry, I have plans for after that war ends.
Eh,
Let's just say, as I'm just kind of sipping, this tea. There are people that seem to not be able to operate without tea or coffee. There are other substances out there that people could need more than life itself. Somebody's got to transport it.
eh. Well then, wait. Uh, may the goblin? Yes, I'm taking from Goblin City. Shut up.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
Goblin Transport Company officially begin. Well, presume.
yes. Glad to see you're on our side. So now I hope that means your guys aren't going to cause much trouble for our transports anymore
Uh,
going through the city.
for for, for the honor of my grandpappy, I'll work these goblins back into shape. They've been leaning for a while anyway, especially since
Mhm.
um uh the ship has been going low as of late.
Yeah.
And
But
well,
yeah,
he sends to shake his tiny hand and
yeah, I shake his hand. Sign of respect after the scalpel suddenly disappears.
hopefully,
Yep.
and then once he walks outside, he pretty much yells at the military style to get
Yeah.
to come to his office to pretty much give him the biggest thrusting
Yeah.
down in pretty much
Yep.
well goblin history.
Yep. So then I'll return to the. I'm assuming there's. Yeah, I'll return to the harbor master's office and go. I think I've convinced your people that they're interested in this long-term partnership.
Ah, yes. My daughter already told me about all this. I guess we're partners now.
Yes, she's a lovely young woman. Cares for
Thank
her
you very
people
much.
and cares for her people.
Uh, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before. Hopefully, our engineers come so we can actually get those upgrade items.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, I'll send a message to them tonight so they'll know to send a crew out. And I'll be here myself for a little while to oversee some of the initial design phase and replanning out. Though I'll tell you this right now, this town, its positioning isn't the best.
So what? So where does this we move to?
Let me worry about that. I've got some contacts within the Hope Valley. Sister Hart is a friend.
Ah, the lovely sister Heart.
I'm sure
Like
she could be convinced if your people, if we're yeah,
she's literally the only human that considers us equals.
yes, and and I'm sure she could be
Well,
convinced.
other than Lady Cole, but
And I'm sure she could be convinced to help allow the setup of since the towns are being partially rebuilt themselves, new districts and housing for everyone. But as I said, you need to make sure everyone plays along. I understand that orcs are naturally aggressive, but don't give the humans a reason, if that makes any sense, to reject you.
No, trust me. That's one of the agreements why we had this, why we had to why we were able to move to him in the first place. Don't as late Cole said, pretty much don't give the humans any reason to kill you, to attack you, and we don't, and will and she guarantees we'll live in peace.
Yep. Something else, yeah, as my guy gets up, something else I'll also ask for being to be sent out. We have teachers for children, teaching them reading and writing. I can't exactly promise a full-scale school, but we could at least get the basics taught. Basic arithmetic, reading and writing. Give the kids something to do during the day so they don't get up to trouble.
Oh yes, that'll probably be the best. Like like the the worst enemy isn't a strong enemy, but a smart enemy.
Yes.
That jackass's bolt you just destroyed is a perfect example of what happens when you have all brawn, no brains.
Yeah. So. Yep. And as I said, and I'll also in that as I said, I'll also stay the night here, as it were. You know, stay here. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to see if I can use my philosophy to see if my ideology starts picking up. 30.
What from here for the entire valley?
No, just for here. The valley's gonna be done more. This one's getting my personal touch.
All
I
right.
probably brought some
Oh,
pens,
oh,
things like
oh.
that. Yeah,
There is enough there is enough as well as you convincing pretty much each leader
yeah,
to accept your ideology a bit more.
yeah. Oh yeah. So it's spreading quickly. Then Hope Valley will get its own printouts. 25. So it's still working its way through.
It's
I'm
still
assuming.
working its way
Yeah,
through.
yeah. So what? Yeah. So I'll call for additional engineers and construction if there's any available from Springwood to come out here to start specifically not do the work for them, but start teaching and consulting. The engineers and architects will handle the designs of basically upgrades to the existing infrastructure here, mainly to make it easier to get workers in and out. But at the same time, I am going to what was it? I'm going to do some designs and work with the leaders to kind of help them work with them to come up with better designs for the layout of the city. I'll also try to set up a meeting with Sister Heart. Yeah, and the orc is the orc guy, is his daughter full orc by chance?
Yeah, they're all four.
Okay.
Most of them are all of them are four orcs.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Where is it? Magical items. Nope. So okay, so now I'm gonna go with engineering check just to. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to figure out what strategic value I can find in this place to try to at least keep them here, but if possible. But is there, other than the port, is there anything of value around here?
Just the
Got it, just the
port.
port. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just kind of design semi-permanent housing designs, saying, "Hey, this will improve things, make things more comfortable for people. Better heat, better insulation, better heating." Buildings that can be built somewhat quickly, but will last for a while. Then and kind of do the same thing with the mermaids, and it basically make things design things a bit more comfortable. Then I guess I'll go see Sister Heart to talk, as well as the reason why I also want the construction guys to be do most of the work themselves. It's a great way to prime them so they can then be transitioned to the project over here and other projects to get the people of Hope Valley used to these other individuals,
Alright, Sister Art. She just left the cat. Well, not castle. Guess
Yeah.
the best way.
Uh,
Guess the best way
yeah.
to describe it is
Mhm.
not a castle, but where Lady Cole lives.
Yeah. So, so what I'll do is I'll basically just go amphibious across this and just kind of catch up with her while she's on the road, if
Like,
possible.
oh yes, thank you, Lady Cole. Oh, yes. Good evening, William.
Good evening, Sister Hart. Says he, this is. Would you care for a ride? I can get you wherever you need to go much more quickly than if you were on foot.
Yes, I'd like to go down here if you will. Just to see how the towns are doing and all that.
I hope you don't mind if we can discuss while we drive. She'll also notice the vehicle is now silent while driving, so it's probably a bit more comfortable.
And she climbs on.
Yep. So I met with the interesting group in the northeast, the ones that are running the port.
Yes, they're very interesting and lovely people. I just hope that these people give them a chance one day.
Well, I'm thinking of investing a little bit in that since we are redoing, massively widening the river to allow for a canal, the direct access to the ocean.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that means
yes,
that the port would be effectively bypassed. But I've spoken
yes,
with them.
yes. Lady Cole told me to write that, but she also said that it's the it'll also be the best for the people. She's just she just got mad because so didn't ask for permission.
Sorry, well, out of
Oh,
curiosity,
sorry,
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know that cut out. Like
yeah.
pretty much she said she got to write that because she didn't not because of project she's actually support, but because she didn't ask for permission.
Mm, got it. So basically, my corruption of Sister Hart is slowly working.
Yeah.
That she's not asking for permission as much. She goes, well, I'm, I'm, I'm sure it turned out fine in the end. Kind of doing the whole kind of, just kind of reassuring, putting a hand over hers while we drive, while we slowly just kind of ponder our way down the road.
Yes. Thankfully, Lady Cole's in the charge and not freaking
Yeah.
Lord, Lord Mundo.
As I was saying, I was hoping that I could potentially get your support in giving the people to the Northeast a chance, since we're going to be doing massive reconstructions in all of the towns around the cove here. I was hoping that we could build additional housing for them, have them just directly integrate into the rest of the Hope Valley community. They've already shown interest in learning new trades. The mermaids are curious about learning, shipwright, learning about being shipwrights and things of that nature, as well as construction, allowing for better production of the canals. The sirens may be going into courier work under the steam couriers, or I've even decided that to sponsor a little performance in Springwood, an opera done by sirens.
That is interesting.
The orcs, just picking up additional trades, and convince the goblins to be a little bit more,
Fair.
yes, be a bit more on the level as merchants. I'm sure they're gonna cause little bits of trouble here and there, but nothing that can't be dealt with. Nothing can't be overlooked.
Hopefully not.
But I was hoping that your support could be granted to them. Help, help give them give them a chance.
I was actually going to stop by there as soon as stop by the other 4 towns, but I'll give them my support.
Why don't I ask you?
This is the first time. This is the first time I don't have to ask for Lady Cole's permission since by default that's my job.
Why don't I? Then why don't we do it as a combined front? We go through we tour through the towns together.
I think that would be a lovely idea. Be sure she blushes and turns away.
Oh, he's gonna be just kind of. It'll be a lovely trip, just the two of us. Diplomacy, basically. I'm trying to overload her poor little brain. Oh God.
Like you almost see enemy levels of steam coming out of her of her
Yeah.
no- of her of her ears. But so like wait we're here, and
Yes.
points out obviously the first town
Mhm.
is a Paladin Guild's training facility.
I'm guessing they're trying to retrain the paladins, but it's just taking time.
Yeah, so you see Lee like blood probably like greetings you friend and my friend as well joined you.
Yeah.
He's talking about you, William.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think about what my response would be. I kind of missed some of the statements. Sorry, fading a little bit
Like
on my end.
Sister Hard, good to see you, and you brought a friend as well. It's been a long time, William.
Yes, it has been. I'll extend a hand out.
And he extends his back. I, as you can see, as you can see, the train is going nice and swimmingly.
Yes, I've heard report. Yeah, good to good to hear. I'll kind of say.
As as well that by the false sense you go wait, Sister Heart's guest, he escorts you around the train facility, which is pretty much taking. I'm taking straight from the U.S. Marine Corps, like pugilist sword and shield with pugilist sword and except instead of pugilist, it says sword and shield bashing, teaching, use of magic.
What was that? Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, you're saying something?
Like I said, it's pretty much mostly basically from the. I'm pretty much basing it on the United States Marine Corps training.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So they're training him up. So yeah. It's unfortunate.
Like,
The training takes so long. I can get a full. I can get massive units of gearmen out in half the time, and in much larger numbers.
yes, but quality over quantity.
Mm.
I would have one pal that can knock out a couple of nasty Murphys, then five, then a few gearmen that might get injured. No offense.
Well, the trick is you got to get close to the gearmen to be able to do that, and well, the tactics we're coming up with are quite advanced. Not only that, but there have been some recent innovations that may even make cavalry charges completely obsolete. Though I don't want to get too much in. Sorry, we're still ironing those out. I don't want to get too much into the details.
Uh,
Well,
well,
yeah.
uh, now I'm trying to figure out a response.
Yeah.
Don't not like don't worry. I respect your gearmen. They're they're very fine, but there's something about being a paladin that's like a badge of honor. You know, saying that I did. I survived the toughest training. And, a battle station's night. Oh, like a battle station's night's coming up. Sister Heart, you want to watch? Don't like to watch people suffer for yeah for 72 hours. Come on, it'd be fun. That means I have to stay up for 72 hours. Oh, right. Sorry.
That's fine. The issue is not the problem is being a paladin requires a lot of natural talent. It can't just be trained into somebody. Training is an element of it, but anyone of decent fitness and intelligence could become a gearman. The equipment is what kind of allows them to get to the levels they are.
Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that much. You have to have some level of talent, especially 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 the art of magic in order to be a paladin. As you can see, as you see running past uh, obviously it's day three version of day three of some of those running battle stations, and they all look dead, 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 dead tired. They look like they've literally been to war and back.
Hmm.
But sometimes stuff that, but sometimes make you have to make a tough soldier to be a tough soldier. You know, I'm not exactly that good with words.
Oh, it's fine. I've been known to have a bit of a silver tongue myself, so. But I'm not the toughest, as you can see. More of
Don't
a
worry about
scholarly
it.
type.
Don't worry about it. I heard about, I heard about your combat. You're pretty much as tough as most of us. Well, most of these recruits.
Well, maybe at some point we should have a military exercise. Some of my gearmen, so a certain number of my gearmen versus some of your paladins. We'll see which wins in the end. Friendly competition, of course.
Of course. Sister Hearts, thank you for stopping by. As you see, the even after that incident, the my paladins are running fit and firm as usual. Though I had to travel a couple of days to make sure the paladins are stay paladins. Oh right, how many how many fallen paladins this? Oh right, how many fallen paladins this month? 8. I'm sorry. No problem. Some are half of them are back on our training course. Half of them are decided to become full adventurers. So no harm, no foul. All right. Well, I guess we move on to the next time, which is
Yep.
the next 3 towns are pretty much civilian
Oh no.
towns. So,
Oh yeah, but
huh?
one thing I might quietly do, just because I want to cause a little bit more discord in the poor. Again, I'm trying to wrap her around my finger. If that makes any sense. Is I, is she staying at the churches or at inns?
Uh, Churches,
On
unless there's no church, which admittedly is 2 out of 3 civilian towns. So yeah.
Okay, so you said in two of the you said there's so one of the towns, or is it two of the towns that don't have a church?
Yeah, 2 towns that don't have a church. This town's a church, and obviously, if she stayed the night, she was staying in the military barracks.
Okay, yeah. Well, what I'll do is in the second town again, quietly, just kind of subtle compliments as we go along the road. Just again, just getting to. But in this town here, so which town is it? This town or this town that doesn't have a church? That doesn't have a church in it.
Both those towns. This the town that has a
Okay.
church.
Yeah, the last town. The last town. What I'll do is I'll quietly send a message ahead. Make sure that the inns are all booked except for one with one room. I'm just trying to get her. I want to test to see how comfortable she's gotten with me.
Aye,
So
aye, sir. Ironically, that's the town you control, so that'll be
yeah.
very easy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, basically, there's only one room available, kind of thing. Preferably 2 beds, just because I don't want to completely overwhelm her poor brain.
Like,
So
sorry, sister. There's only one available, and it's too late to travel to the next town. So
this
got.
separate town here.
But we could put on separate beds if we need to.
Yeah. I'll say no. You have the room. I'll just stay in. I'll just stay in my wagon. Okay.
No. You try along with me. You could sleep. Just don't peek or anything, okay?
Of course. So yeah. So just just again, just subtly trying to just subtly corrupting that poor innocent
1 second,
soul.
dude.
No problem.
Hello?
Hmm.
I think it's funny that they call me for I know it's canceled, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yep. So yep. So as I said, just I'm just continuing to poke and prod. Again, just subtly corrupting the poor woman over time.
Like I said, like I said, she, until she finally completely falls asleep, you almost see Ray in her face the entire time.
Yep. So yeah.
Like
Well,
look at the other way when he looks like he's about to get undressed,
yep. Oh, yeah.
and praying to her patron and pray to her patron at night.
Yep. So then we'll do the final travel up here.
Which Sister Heart is literally greeted with well wishes and good praises. As in the Doc Master's right, Sister Heart and Lay Cole is pretty much. Oh, come on. Hello. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's a reminder of an appointment that was already canceled last week, but I guess they didn't get to the system yet.
Yeah. Yep. Nice.
But yeah,
So
either way, like the portmaster was telling the truth. She and Lady Cole was pretty much beloved by the entire city.
yeah. Um. Yeah. So got it. So and it's one of those things that I'm hoping that she also did some talking with people, and I obviously wasn't around in these towns to see if there were people willing to just float the idea. Hey, maybe with the advancement support, we could use the additional labor and experience that these people have, and you know they're people too, kind of thing. Is I'm hoping what she was pushing.
That's exactly what her mission was, with the exception of of the of the of the, of the paladin camp. That was exactly her mission, and she. Well, let's see how much she succeeded. For such as roll time. And so far, about half the people are like, you know what? Maybe you have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
goblins is exactly the goblins say they lowered the prices recently, and Orson
Yeah.
exactly ran our homes
Yeah.
as we thought they would.
Yeah.
You see like one male Quimvivora gets like, I want mermaid now, and that
Yeah.
thanks to late thanks to Lakeheart's influence that the town, half the town's pretty much on our side to let the orcs let the people in this town flow into the city.
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's gonna take time to kind of go down that road, but it should work.
Say again?
Oh yeah, it'll take time for them to transfer. Because for one, we got to teach these guys construction. Because part of the plan is I want the workers to get used to working around um,
No,
the
they said
mermaid.
they were to accept it. They didn't open their arms and say, "Hey, come on in, and
Oh
we'll
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
a city ready
yeah.
for you."
So yeah, and we'll kind of finish up the last of it by just having people work alongside the orcs and the mermen and the mermaids and mermen. So because this canal project's going to take time. And the construction crews that come in, I'm hoping they're well received.
Once they saw the Gearman logo on there, like,
Yep.
"Oh, you're the construction crew."
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a guild basically. So there's the construction crews that are brought in with some pretty advanced equipment. Materials are obtained and brought in. They just start building basically better versions of this stuff, though it's still temporary. Also, we might need to set up a rail line at some point, going from the major constructions over here to over here.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we'll also have a couple of the merchants try to direct more flow through here if they can, just to try to spark investment, things like that.
Uh, you actually have the shower merchant that could help with that if necessary, since it
Yeah,
is a
that'll work.
traveling
Yeah.
merchant.
Oh yeah.
You want to do that? Just have him help
Oh
if
yeah,
he
sure. Why
could.
not?
Huh?
Oh yeah. Though one thing I would like to do as well, since I know the sirens do have that kind of hypnotic effect, I want to try to spend more time with them to get them more buried into my ideology. Because my ideology is one that is, as I said, it's technological progress, but it it also kind of has the survival of the fittest built in there. And sirens are not exactly weak creatures; they're pretty strong.
Alright, well, roll to see
Mhm.
if the sound.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to meet with them with private.
Oh yeah, just speaking with them. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to write a play, if that makes any sense, or an opera that they could be involved in. And I would definitely want it to be propagandistic to basically push my ideology. Since I'm the patron of it, might as well get my message spread along with it.
Ah,
Yeah, 35.
you write very decent screenplay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, opera technically
Well,
they've got the
you know
musical
what I mean,
side of it, but
opera.
yeah, yeah.
So, I guess next session, when you
Mhm.
actually perform the opera, you roll for advantage.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not only that, but as said, also I might have some of our seamstresses start designing more advanced clothing for them.
Yeah, because they're pretty much wearing the same racks as the mermaids
Yeah,
do, and not that the sailors don't mind the mermaids, but yeah.
yeah.
Like, if you want to have him travel around the city, you might want to have him more on proper gear. Uh, let's see now.
Yeah, so,
Can't think of anything else at the top of my head.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. As I said, what I'm going to do. As I said, I'm guessing this is kind of a little bit rare that there's kind of a larger contingent of sirens out here.
Large enough. It Normally, the siren population is pretty much 10 to 1.
Got it. So it's less than 10% of the place's population. So, what, a few? Are we talking like in the dozens at most?
Yeah.
Got it. So there's not a lot of them here. So, though, depending on how much trust I would like to see if I can build up a little bit of trust with that one, the kind of the lead siren. See if I can get her, if I can get trust from her, and I can trust her in return.
That's gonna be tricky. Because this is an old siren that rarely surfaces, but obviously she surfaced today because people talk about making the siren's life a lot better.
Oh yeah, So.
But if you're gonna roll diplomacy to see if you can at least start the trust process.
Yeah.
Even natural 20 is not going to.
Oh boy.
I was about to say a natural 20 is not going to trust her instantly, but you're very, very, very on your way.
Yeah. So I'm assuming once we get them start building better buildings that meet their needs, and as I said, give them a better image. Yeah. So because what I'm thinking of, are we still on? Still recording?
Yeah.
Or are we done for the day?
No, I'm still recording. I'm still
Okay.
recording for all this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the rest is just kind of out of session stuff. I'd like to chat about. Nothing major.
All right, so
Yeah.
I just stopped recording. See you next time. Peace.
Yeah. See ya.
As soon as I get to